everything working out? Got a bit of a delay, I think. Am I... How do I pop out the chat? Pop out chat. There we go. How you all doing? OBS. There we go. So, hi everyone. Happy holidays. Merry Xmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy everything. Kwanzaa. It is, I hope you guys can hear me. I've tried to not use push to talk because it turns out that push to talk was giving me awful cramps in my hand. Who would have thought? So I'm gonna go with just basically having the mic on the whole time. So if there's too much background noise, let me know and I will try to fix that. Also, I can see that I am sort of not filtering. How's the... Ooh, yeah, there's... Gonna have to fix a little bit with the camera there. Filters, chroma key. How about we boost it up to, like, what, 10? Is that better? I think that's a little bit better. Hey! Oh, totally just a human streamer. Yes, I am totally just a human. Why would I not be? Why would I not be a human? Such a silly question. I mean, an issue. Hi. Anyway, but it's a little bit weird because I've changed monitors because my other one was kind of flickering on and off every now and then. Merry Christmas, Stone. Hi. How are you? I'm just gonna probably finish. Oh God, yeah. The game is over there. The camera's over there. Chat is there. It was gonna be difficult. Hi, Hadi. How you doing? That video was really nice, really sweet. I'm very happy about that, and I'm really proud of you. Okay, so now I'm just going to be stream thoughting for a little bit because if you just joined, the microphone's going to be on the whole time. Also, I keep looking over there, and that is because the chat is over there, video is going to be over, I mean, the game's over there. I've switched to monitors. It's a little bit weird. Okay. Why did we go here? I don't remember. Let's see what happened. Oh, Caramilla. Oh, we went with Agathon. God, it's been like a week. Ooh, is the stream not going well? Clipping. That's not good. Hold on. Why is that? OBS says I haven't dropped any frames. Should I restart the microphone? Is it the microphone that's the issue? How's the game audio? Is it clipping as well? Output, recording. I can just restart the stream though if it's being weird. Shouldn't. There's barely any CPU being used. Being live for 8 minutes. 0 dropped frames. That's weird. It's gonna be on the YouTube side of things then. I can try to restart it if you guys want. Oh, it's the microphone. Okay, let me restart it and see what's going on. Okay, sorry for the loud noise. I hope it's working better now. How's the audio? Is it okay? Let me see here. Properties. Zoom. Yeah, it's supposed to be Zoom. Yeah, tech happens. No filters. What kind of audio filters do they have anyway? No auto tune. That sucks. How's the microphone now? Is it doing any better? Also, my shirt is flickering a little bit. I guess it's too close to green. I just had a lot of goulash with rice, by the way, so that's why I'm like sweating. TMI. So that's why I'm just wearing a t-shirt. It's pretty cold in the apartment. Anyway, let's get on with the game. The place is teeming with people tonight. I guess we're with Agathon trying to find his girlfriend. You arrive in the middle of a concert. The music is loud, almost deafening, and it takes a while to get used to it. This is not your scene at all. You can barely focus through the noise, but grit your teeth and decide to just bear it. The sooner you find Mia, the sooner you will get out of this hole. Just so you know, I'm here listening, but I'm also working on a video about LA by night. Of course, Huddy. Don't worry about it. Thank you for stopping by. That's very nice of you. A group of a few dozen patrons are tightly packed in, and the smell of their sweat and youthful, excited blood overwhelms you momentarily. It's with some difficulty that you turn to the task at hand. You've heard your share about the anarchs and how they fit into Kindred politics, but you only have your short encounter in Corona Park to base your actual opinion on the faction on. I'm going to join... Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. I'm meeting up with the Anarch leader. Isn't that right? Oh, God. Yeah, I'm going to infiltrate the Anarchs. Shit, everything's just coming back to me right now. Sorry, when I'm streaming... I kind of... My higher brain functions just... Which is going to work really well when I'm doing Malkavian later on. That might just have been a horrible first impression, but you're keeping your guard up just in case. I mean, I'm a Kindred. They should realize that I am. So maybe I should just mingle with the crowd a little bit. Not be too obvious. Yeah, of course, I'm not going to be too obvious. I'm just out having fun. I'm just a fledgling at a party. You take a walk around the club. There's a few side rooms and a spacious bar area. You'll listen in on conversations taking place with voices hoarse from shouting, walking in a particularly sloppy threesome in the bathroom. Sorry guys, wrong bathroom. And eventually hit the floor for a better feel for the room. As the concert's coming to an end, you witness one of the guests, a feisty-looking girl, get into a scuffle with a much larger and drunk guy. She doesn't seem to appreciate him reaching around her waist, slapping him with an audible crack that sends him into the ground, unconscious. Think we found our vampire. Two bouncers break up the crowd and pick up the drunk to carry him out, without so much a question to the woman. Oh, well, more or less. You get an inkling that she might be who you were hoping to find. You approach her as she's about to leave. Yeah, the fuck... Okay, good voice for her. Yeah, the fuck do you want? That's not a good voice. She's still seething and bares her teeth for just a moment, but you've learned what to look for in Kindred. You're pretty sure she's one of you. I'm kind of new to this whole being dead thing. Care introducing me to the way you Anarchs handle it? Seriously, that's the best line you came up with? She doesn't smile, but she doesn't hit you either. Follow me behind the bar. She leads you through the bar to the back door that leads inside a side room. Indie metal band posters are plastered on every wall, some of them 20 or more years old, judging from the tour dates. An old sticky table and some rickety chairs are the only pieces of furniture here. Sit down. Why don't you sit down? You know what? Yeah. Are we going to be cocky? I think we're going to be cocky. That's going to help with the whole illusion. Why don't you sit down? I'm not sure who you are yet, so I'd rather have a good view of the whole room. She leans on one of the walls. The name's Mia. I'm guessing your visit here isn't a happy coincidence. I don't know you, so you're either new in New York or kept an outstandingly low profile. Or maybe you just don't go to Elysium, maybe that's it. Both sound suspect. So before we take these pleasantries further, answer me this. Who do you run with? Camarilla, but I'm looking to switch. I guess it's vague enough to go with, because Sophie Langley, they're gonna know right away who that is. Independent, that's knowing a little bit too much, but Camarilla, but I'm looking to switch, kind of comes off as being genuine, a lot more than the other ones are anyway. Camarilla, I guess, but I'm looking to switch. Is that so? She looks you up and down, it's hard to read her. Okay, sure, I'll bite, but let's get one thing out of the way. She leans in. If this is some clever ploy to oust me out of my domain, or if you're just here to spy on me in the movement, I'll make sure that you don't enjoy undeath much longer. Got it? You can tell it's a purely rhetorical question. Right, here's the pitch. The Camarilla like to think they're the vanilla option, what with Prince Bitch Panhard pretending that they were always in charge. But New York has never been a fully Cami city. They might have won the city in '99, but Cam's got their asses handed to them many times over the year, and the movement has been here at least as long as they have. Hell, I'd moved to New York City before World War II, and that was a good while after I'd seen the Camarilla for what it is. A way to keep us all in line and subservient. The Ivory Tower will tell you they're the only safeguard for the traditions, and that's kind of the problem. There's only one tradition we in the movement feel should be respected. The Masquerade, obviously. Everything else, ask the prince, and she'll tell you it's the logical continuation of the Masquerade, but really it's just a way to keep the elders powerful and in control. She grimaces. Vanilla. Yeah. But here's the thing. For all the talk of us bloodsuckers being solitary creatures, we need a community to keep up the Masquerade. Community, yes, but authority, not so much. We need a council of peers to keep the assholes and power-drunk fledglings in check, but not a feudal prince to tell you where to feed or who to hunt down when they step on her toes. To be fair, though, the anarchs, at least in V5. LA by night, pretty close to the Camarilla in all but name, I'd say. She takes a brief break in her indignant rant. So you anarchs don't have a ruler? A ruler? No, but leaders. Sure. Most follow old boss Callahan's lead. Is Callahan like an anarch prince? See, if you want to get into this and you want to give the illusion that you have no idea what you're talking about, obviously you're going to be asking stupid questions. So is Callahan like an anarch prince? It's going to be a dumb question, but it's going to be an obvious one. So I'm going to go for that. Is Callahan like a kind of prince, but for anarchs? Yeah, that's about right, which isn't the way things should be. If you're concerned about being well received in the city, you might need to go through Callahan. But if you're serious about the anarch cause itself, he's not your guy. Callahan eats up fledglings like you and shits out self-preservation. His position as Baron is mighty shaky now, not least due to the fact that he's backstabbed more than his share of allies. So he's doing what any older fart in a position of power would do. He's doubling down. Negotiations are out, intimidation is in. Tightening ranks is a precaution against the Second Inquisition. She surprises you by hacking and spitting on the ground in disgust. I wonder what she's spitting. Is it blood? If you spend some time with the Cams, that should sound very familiar to you. He's no better than Panhard and her cronies are at this point. He's no better than Panhard and her cronies are at this point. Gotta read before I read. No, you need to contact Torque. And wouldn't you know it, it's your lucky night because I'm the lick to do it through. How is Torque different? How is he different from Callahan? Motherfucker, you're really asking for it. Her anger flares up again. I'll pretend that was just a naive question and not a half-assed jab. Torque is a leader, a local baron who's overseeing a small domain. But he's doing a very good job of it. Callahan knows this, so he's giving him shit. Torque is taking it like a champ. Ooh, I guess it pissed her off. He's smart like that. For one of us rebels, he's got the patience of a saint. Makes you think back to how things used to be way back when, if the stories are to be believed. Well, anyway. Yeah, everybody's backstabbing. Of course they are. You want to meet him? I'm going to require a show of goodwill first. What do you have in mind? That's fair. She flashes you a mischievous half-smile. I appreciate your readiness, but I don't have the details just now. Ask for me at the bar when you're able. I'll leave something for you, and we'll take it from there. Now come on, I gotta be going. She walks you out of the bar, and you go your separate ways. She seems like there's nothing more to do than return here later and see if Mia really can help you contact Torque. Sorry about that. Oh, I guess it's time to rest. God, there's a whole lot of these circles around here. I'm kind of glad I didn't go for all the allies. Yeah, honestly, I used to be super into Camarilla, not so much into Anarchs. It's kind of flipped around now. Camarilla's still cool, but the Anarchs are... The V5 book did Anarchs really well, just gonna say that. The stories, anyway, the fluff. You arrive at the Leech Pit, finding it less rowdy than the last time. The bar is still packed, but the scene is empty tonight. Instead, the old crackling speakers are playing... I didn't even get a choice before I went here. Are playing music that would probably sound like noise even on a high-end hardware. Mia is nowhere to be seen, but you do remember she requested that you ask for her at the bar. You approach the bar as the bartender's done pouring a beer. Yeah, he's pouring a beer. He's pouring a beer to an older guy in a grayed-out fraying Iron Maiden t-shirt. She turns to you. Oof, is this the 90s? What can I get you? Is Mia around? Hey, is Mia around? No, she's not in tonight. She looks you up and down, and a spark of recollection shines in her eyes. Oh, yeah, that's right. She takes a well-worn book from behind the counter. Some kind of young adult vampire novel? Yeah, V5 made it a lot more interesting than politics. Yeah, I can agree with that. I also need to really increase the size of the chat, because I ain't reading what you guys are saying. Sorry. Here we go. And flips through it. She produces a piece of paper from between the book's pages and passes it to you. She told me you'd be interested in reading this. You find a relatively quiet corner and take a look at the notes. T wants to meet you. I'll arrange it, but you need to prove you're trustworthy. Look around the Leech Pit for a guy named Bruce. Buff dude, sleeve tattoos on his right arm. I'm 90% sure he's somebody's retainer sent here to spy on us by the cam. Retainer is a ghoul. Probably. Get me the name of his master, and I'll write on this card, then return it to the bar. It doesn't take you long to locate this Bruce. He sits alone in a corner, 2 beer glasses already empty on his table. You take a moment to consider your approach. Yeah, Twilight Yoke. Did I just say yoke? Sorry, Swedish coming through. Twilight Joke, yeah. Right here, what's the latest? Is it like a Diary of a Vampire? Is that more recent than Twilight? Alright, I don't need to feed. So how about I strike up a conversation with some presents? Yeah, Cam is really going 1% now, that's for sure. It really depends on where you are, though. I'm kind of imagining that... Sorry about that. Kind of imagining that Camarilla is a little bit more open in the smaller cities, where they want to have a presence for, you know, tactical sense, but bigger cities, yeah, you got to prove your worth to them. The man immediately notices you, but doesn't move from his spot. The other seats are empty. And when you focus the blood to boost your attractiveness, it's not just Bruce who notices. He's into you. And so are other people, doing double takes while passing your table. Hey, you. Have I seen you here before? No, just kidding. Have I seen you here before? Yeah, strong man. I need to be kicked in the face. I can do it. I can do it 9 times. It's my first night here. I don't think so. It's my first night here. Hey, I'm just lucky I'm here tonight, then. I'm gonna ask him nicely about the name. I know you're here because somebody asked you to spy on this place. It'd make me really happy if you gave me their name. What? Do you mean Sam? He catches himself, realizes what you're doing. His eyes dart over your shoulders. You thought you have him cornered, but he suddenly leaps over the table in one smooth move and dashes through the sparse crowd. You catch up to him outside, and he's bolting all right. I'm not gonna be able to catch his eyes, so I'm gonna command him because, you know, Bruce, stop. Simple command, obeyed to the letter. I didn't... How do I do that without looking into his eyes? Is that not a thing anymore? You approach him and drag him into a nearby alleyway. He snaps out of your previous command, but now there's only a few meters between the two of you. Listen, your cover is blown. I was told who you are. You better come clean. Your master's name, that's all I need. Bullshit. Besides, she'd kill me if I told you, and I quite like being alive. Fortitude. You know what? I'm gonna beat the name out of him. You clash. You're not great at trading blows, but Bruce clearly doesn't feel comfortable fighting a woman, and with your power, his punches barely register anyway. It takes a few moments to beat him into submission, but a precise kick to the groin sends him to the ground. His face is swollen. Oh yeah, that's a good reason for him catching my eyes. His face swollen and his hand protectively placed over his nuts, he gives in. Ow, fucking cunt! What the fuck do you want from me? Oop, not allowed to say that. Good thing we're, 20 minutes into the video. Hope YouTube doesn't catch that. Your master's name, now. It's Samira, alright? Her name is Samira. Just, fuck, leave me the fuck alone, you crazy bitch. You throw one last kick at his pathetic asshole's extremely punchable face for good measure, and make your way back to the leech pit. Time to leave something for Mia. You borrow a pen from the bar and turn Mia's note to the other side. Samira. You put the name down on a piece of paper, hoping you got it right. You heard it before, you think. Maybe that night at Elysium when the Anarch got executed. Yeah, that's it. It was a woman the prince talked to. She was pretty grim. Here's hoping it was all worth it and won't come back to bite you in the ass. You pass the piece of paper to the bartender and she sticks it back in the same book. Hold on one second. She wanted me to pass something on to you. She produces a cell phone from behind the counter. It's ancient, at least 15 years out of date. It's a Nokia 6110. Oh, right, and this. An old charger for the piece of junk in your hand. They really did think about everything. Yeah, you're right. You got it, Weirdy. Weirdy? Weird and quirky. Weirdy. She said she'll be in touch. It takes you a moment to remind yourself how to operate this thing, and you find the phone book is blank. There's no Wi-Fi connectivity and no messages left. It's got a version of Snake, though. The bartender is already over at the other end of her domain, taking orders from the patrons. With your Anarch contact nowhere in sight, you decide to move on for the night. Hopefully your educated guesses based on the scraps of info you collected will be enough to have Mia call you. The hunger calls to you. The city's skyscrapers, the seemingly never-ending sprawl of the borough, it's all a prison. You need to get out. You need to take back control of your life this instant. Yeah, old phones, man. At least they don't have Siri recording everything you say on them. The memory of your sire's frosty blue eyes ridicules you, tempts you to show your dominance, to prove you have the guts to take what you want. Feeding. That's just a thing. Coaxing, no ordering a mortal to bend to your will. Drinking deep of their lifeblood. Faces pass you by, though some look more ravishing than others, any could do right now. You compose yourself, the rational mind fearing a blatant breach of the masquerade, temporarily winning over the beast and its compulsions. Calming yourself is a small victory in of itself. This semblance of command will have to do for now, but it won't last. You need to quench this hunger before it overtakes you and makes you lose control. Hi, Plum Dog. I'm playing as a Ventrue. This is night 14, I think, so pretty close to the end. Let's see here. If I do finish the game tonight, I will be also playing Vampire Bloodlines as a Malkavian. Let's see here. I need to feed. How about... Let's go with Hope for now. Hope's poorly scribbled message reaches you in your haven. Within an unmarked envelope, you find a barely legible address you're supposed to reach and the hour you're expected to arrive there. This is it then, the night of the final showdown. You check the clock. There's way more than enough time to comfortably reach your destination, but you decide to take a drive early, just in case. Yep, gonna be playing Bloodlines. Malkavian as well, I haven't done that before, so it's gonna be fun. And it's been about 10 years, maybe longer, since I last finished Bloodlines, so I've played the first chapter a couple of times. I finished Santa Monica, but I never really got much further than that afterwards. The ride is uneventful, but becomes more and more tense as it goes on. The gravity of the situation starts getting to you. You're about to set out on an operation against a key New York City figure, well connected with both human and vampire elites. What if her security overwhelms you? How will the council react to your raid? You can only... pardon me. You can only trust Hope has thought it all through. She doesn't seem like the type who'd attempt a suicidal mission, which is something you typically normally say about a person who regularly attempts to shoot herself in the head. When you arrive at your destination, you find yourself in front of a building with a double spiral logo on it. That must be Montgomery's headquarters then. You look around the street and notice an obnoxiously lavender Mazda car parked nearby. Even though you've never seen it before, you might have an idea who it belongs to. You park your own car at a distance from the double spiral building and approach the Mazda. A familiar figure is behind the wheels, holding a smartphone in her hand. You knock on the window. She opens the window without turning her eyes from the device. Romance Apocalypse. Wow, you're early. What are you writing? My last will and testament. She lets a dead silence linger in the air for 10 seconds. Then she stops typing, diverts her eyes from the screen, and gives you a melancholic stare. And winks. Pleasant says psych. Psych! Oh, please say psych. Psych. Pleasant. Where did I get that from? Psych. God damn it. Come on, what's with the face? I suffer from too much FOMO to let myself die. FOMO. FOMO? Full of my... I don't know. Too old for this shit. I've got accounts to run, notifications to check. Plus, no way in hell I'd allow Montgomery a satisfaction of a draw. We're going there to secure a flawless victory. No time to wait. Let's go. She gets out of her car and motions for you to walk with her. Anywho, glad you managed to make sense of my ugly scribbles. I totally forgot how exhausting it is to write stuff by hand. Still, not as exhausting as having to deliver messages personally to someone's door. Next time you meet Langley, ask her to get you a flip phone or something, alright? Regret. Yeah, I'm just feeling a lot of regret right now going with Hope, because... Ooh, yeah. You reach the front of the building. Romance Apocalypse. We're about to burn this shithole down to the ground. I will be right back, because I forgot my drink in the kitchen again. Be right back. Guess who's back? I'm back. We're gonna name her. Oh yeah, we should totally name her Regret. I love it. Yes, I'm back. Sorry, I had to take a cough drop as well, or cold medicine. I started feeling it in the back of my nose as soon as I started streaming, but hey, it's streaming, so let's go. With Kara inside. Death to Double Spiral. No, she's out at the moment, trying to sell services she won't be able to offer. You see, our job is easy. We need to get in, destroy the server containing all the Double Spiral research, and walk out. No spectacle, no dramatic showdown. Now I know exactly what you're going to say. But wait, Hope, if this data is so priceless... at Amanda. But wait, Hope, if this data is so priceless, shouldn't she have an external backups? Is Kara a complete dunce? Death to Double Spiral. Excellent question, my neonate friend. The answer is yes, she's a dunce. But aside from her numerous negative qualities, she also has a positive one. She's totally paranoid. She used to be a naive dumbass who wouldn't even cover up her laptop camera, but she lost trust in all external companies after a little cyber espionage incident. She's obsessed with not uploading her precious data anywhere online. Now she only has one physical backup hidden deeper inside the headquarters. Nobody has an idea of where it might be, but I do. Normally, I'd never be able to reach the place. Double Spiral is like an underground base. The walls and doors are reinforced, both against the living and the dead. But the answer to this problem is simple. We only need Kara to lend us her voice so that we can override all the security measures and get to the heart of the facility. What do you say, Kara? Will you help your girl out for old time's sake? Hope quickly writes something down on her phone. A few seconds later, a nearly perfect imitation of Kara Montgomery's voice escapes her speaker. You know it. Let's bust this bitch open. Wow, the sound quality is incredible, and the voice sounds only the tiniest bit off. Whatever she paid for that tech, it was worth it. Oh, and if you're afraid of consequences from the Camarilla, don't be. I'm assuming full responsibility, and my ass is covered. I got some favors to collect and to offer. Besides, Kara's a goddamn snake, and everybody knows it. No important player will miss her influence. They were only tolerating her in case she hit it big with her tech. Oh, let me just go. Oh, nope, that's wrong. Hold on. I'm just gonna check something here. Okay, everything is fine. Restore chat and open up. Sorry about that. It's all about cash in abundance. Life's a bitch, and then you die. Some parts sounds a tiny bit too robotic. Could there be a pattern here? Too bad she won't ever get a chance to succeed. So, without further ado, shall we? Hope starts marching towards the revolving door. You close your eyes, make an effort to sharpen your senses, and follow the Malkavian into the lobby of Double Spiral building. There's only a sole security guard at the entrance. He raises your voice to ask about your business, but is stopped short by Hope's commanding voice. No need, we're expected. The man looks lost and disoriented for a moment, and then gears in his head slowly begins to turn, and he nods his head silently, opening a gate leading to the elevator. Hope heads inside one of those, and you follow. She presses a button, and the car starts heading to the lowest floor. Eventually, the door opens. Dungeon Master Guide PDF. I don't have that on my computer. Why would I do that? Welcome to Kara Montgomery's Deadly Dungeons, Amanda. What appears before your eyes are dimly lit corridors of an IT office, empty and silent. The air is stiff and dusty, and there's a sharp, rotten stench in the air that you're unable to identify. The menacing atmosphere makes it hard to recognize at first, but this looks like an active workplace. It really is a dungeon, although a corporate one where people are cheated of life. Less than a month ago, you were stuck in a similar one, blissfully unaware that you're headed for death, but your office kept up appearances at least. A riot control girl. First, let's just get to the first door and test my little Kara out. You follow her until you reach the end of the corridor. There you encounter an expensive-looking reinforced door with voice controls on the side. Hope pushes a button, and a robotic voice comes out of the speaker. Semiotics. Seriously? Come on. Hope types a word into her phone and lets virtual Kara repeat the password. Semiotics. A sound rings out, reminiscent of Q's TV quiz shows used to let the contestants know he gave the wrong answer. Verification error, please try again. You give Hope a nervous look. She bites her lip and presses the button again. Hyperreal. Tap 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 tap. Hyperreal. Access granted. The doors slowly open. You notice your companion is wearing a sour expression. Looks like the tech isn't quite perfect. At least the password seems randomized, so we can try and brute force our way in, unless the system locks us out after a few failed attempts. She shakes her head and turns to you, her lips attempting to approximate a sincere smile. Captain ACAB. ACAB. Well, we can only hope the data you've collected is enough. Into the beast's maw we go. She marches into the room, and you walk in right after her. The door is locked behind you with a loud thud. It's a wide-open office. It would be as murky as the corridor you just left if it wasn't for the rows of monitors illuminating the space. A shadowy figure stares at every screen in the room. Kara's voice plays from the Hope speaker. Behold, this is where the magic happens. A family of driven folks hungry for success, always aching bulls by horns, building a high-performance culture together. None of the figures raise their heads. They're too busy programming, organizing spreadsheets, and typing down endless strings of text. What's wrong with these guys? Get up, startup. Don't worry, they're likely just a bunch of ghouls and whatnot. Hardworking, conditioned, tireless, low maintenance, kind of dumb. Perfect workers. She's got that many ghouls? Sorry. Probably won't leave their seats unless we make them, but let's not. We got more important things to do, like destroying a few years' worth of their work. The figures don't stop pounding away on their keyboards. In fact, they don't react to her words at all. Alrighty, so do we go straight to the server room, or do you want to check out one of the side rooms first? Your call. I'd prefer to wrap things up here as fast as possible, but hey, little Kara is here with us thanks to the data you gathered. You betcha. If you think you can use her voice for something useful, hey, feel free to do it. You look around and think how to respond. This door looks curious. Actually, let's try this door. You approach a door with a huge sign saying staff only. Next to it, you spot familiar voice controls. Hope nods at you and pushes the button. Vaudeville. Hope taps the screen of her phone a few times and puts the speaker next to the door's microphone. Vaudeville. Verification error. Access denied. You push the button again. Vaudeville. Card kept a socialist. Card kept a socialist. Looks like this one doesn't have a randomizer built in. It won't do us any good to just keep trying. The capital wins once again. Let's move on, comrade. God damn it, I didn't get the V last time. Anyway, for a second you wonder if there's anything you could have done to succeed here. Then you shrug your arms and follow Hope out of the room. Please don't comment on me saying that, by the way. Another depressing corridor, reeking of who knows what. You expect Hope to walk to the very end again, but this time she stops halfway and starts mumbling under her nose. Joyce Barker. Wait, was it this door or... Don't tell me she moved things around. It looks like she's been here before. Not a surprise in itself, but she gives off an impression of a person who used to know the entire layout of the building very well. After a brief reflection, Hope approaches the door a few feet away and pushes a button next to it. Apocalypse. Well, that's cheery. Apocalypse. Access granted. You walk inside. At the very first glance, this office looks very similar to the last one you've been. Rows of screens, rows of listless silhouettes. How many ghouls does she have? This is gonna cost a lot of her blood. Just saying. However, Hope quickly spots the difference. Quaz 28348539300122. Target confirmed. Moving to data room. There's a room with endless machines at the back of the open space. Endless machines. Hope walks in, takes out some hardware out of a bag she's carrying. It's a weird sentence. And begins the process of removing the data. I'm not going to read that again. Should have invested in SSDs, sis. Time to bust out my portable degausser. She turns to you. This will take a good minute. I've got a few other tricks up my sleeve. If you find something that interests you, let me know. Should you wait close to her or take a look around? I'm going to look around. Might find something interesting. There is no limit technically to ghouls, but that's a lot of blood that's being dispersed. Like, you need 1 blood point every month, roughly. And if she has 30 ghouls, they say 30 ghouls. Considering the size of this room, that's going to be an understatement. That's 1 blood point every day just to keep their ghouls up. Plus a blood point for waking up, so that's 2 blood points every day. I mean, it's doable. It's a lot of blood, though. Have fun. Dear God in heaven, I know I will. You start walking around, and for a while you notice nothing but errors that start popping up on the screens here and there. The ghouls try to fight against them, but quickly realize it's futile and surrender. Eventually, you find a door with voice controls. You call out to Hope, and she pauses her work for a second and approaches you. This door, huh? Alright, let's give it a shot. You press the button. Canoe and kayak. You watch over Kara's shoulder as she types down the password with an incredible speed into a homemade-looking app, and then Kara's voice sounds out. Canoe and kayak. Access granted. Alright, you'll know where to find me. She gets back to the data room as you start exploring the room. Well, not that there's much to explore, it's more like a closet. Inside, you find all sorts of bizarre items scattered around the shelves. Some old newspapers, a Windows 95 for Dummies book, 4GB MP3 player, a hookah, biography of Amy Winehouse. Yeah, that's weird stuff. Finally, you find a little box marked with a smiley face, and when you open it, you're surprised to see something you recognize. A bunch of post-it notes with hand drawings depicting tattoo patterns that can be seen on Hope's body. You leave the closet and go back to the data room. There you wordlessly pass the box to Hope. At first, she seems annoyed to be dragged away from work, but when she notices the post-it notes, her eyes turn into dinner plates. At me? You found those in that closet? You nod and look at her expectantly. She takes a deep sigh, closes the box and puts it in her bag. Me and Kara have a history. A pregnant pause. Don't expect me to lay it all down here. It's not something I want to revisit anytime soon. Yeah, all the things to have there. A biography of Amy Winehouse I did not expect. But I'm very, very grateful you gave this box to me. You don't even know how much. She tries to find the right words to express something, but after a brief consideration just hand waves it away. Alright, we'll bond, reminisce, and get high another time. Now we got a job to finish. She gets back to her hardware. You'd think she's completely absorbed in her work again, but you quickly notice she's doing her best to have her back face towards... Oh, having her back face towards you all the time. Sorry, this is just weird reading. Maybe I'm just not in shape just yet. A while passes, and finally you hear a triumphant yell. Goatsy in hell? Goatsy in the shell. Oh yeah, Goatsy in the shell. Don't do yourself a favor and don't Google that. All done, baby. Looks like those boys are finally going to get a break. You realize a constant silent rhythm of mechanical keyboards has stopped. The workers are all idling, slumped over their desks, completely resigned to the fact their raison d'etre has disappeared. Hope hurriedly collects her hardware and motions you to go after her. Alright, we're almost done. Now we just need to take care of the backups and we can get the hell away from here. You take a last glance at the ghoul and follows her step. Yet another corridor, hardly discernible from the previous ones. This is a giant underground complex. How much money did Montgomery have to spend on it? Hope looks around, frowning, mumbling something indecipherable. Eventually, she points in front of her. You know, I'm gonna just do a little thing. I'll be right back. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, I need to find a button for something. Here we go. Push to mute. This button will do. Okay, we got a push to mute button now. And I'm not... There we go. I'm not... Okay, I'm talking. I'm not talking. Okay, so I got a push to mute button, which is good in case you gotta say something to someone in the house or whatever. Just needed to get that done. But otherwise, I'm just talking all the time. There, this is where she must keep the backups. It's a sturdy metal door unlike any other in this building. Right next to it, however, is a vocal-based security system you know pretty well by now. Please, 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 just no last-second surprises. She hesitates to do it, but eventually she pushes the button. Eternal return. Hope dutifully types down the term on her phone. Eternal return. Access denied. Please try again. She hisses under her nose. This time you push the button. Double spiral. Tap, tap, tap. Double spiral. You feel like this time is frozen. For whatever reason, it takes longer than usual for the speaker to deliver the verdict. Access granted. Oof, what a relief. The metal door grinds loudly as they invite you in. This time you walk in first, and Hope follows. Wait a minute. You recognize this place? It shouldn't be here, but there's no two ways about it. This is Hope's Haven. Same bed, same decoration, same ambiance. It's all a lot more dusty, but... XOXO, do not disturb XOXO. The backups are in the back. I'll just get to them. She seems a little sheepish as she approaches the double spiral device and unpacks her own hardware to take care of them. You take in your surroundings. So it's like that, huh? I understand everything now. Hope sighs. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out now. She looks at you as if she was about to add something, then bites her tongue and gets back to destroying her rival's life. She makes it obvious she doesn't want to re-examine her past. Okay, so... I think what they're going for is that she just recreated this room in another setting, but for me it feels like, oh, it's the same exact room, so are we in the same place now? That's confusing. Every second you spend here, you become more impatient to get out. Eventually, the devices surrounding double spiral backup start disappearing into the bag they were taken out of. Looks like the process is nearing completion. You decide to approach the door before it does. However, before you can even make a move, the door begins to make a grinding noise. You freeze up, watching them open. Behind them stands the very person. Okay, so I guess it's not the same person. That's the punk t-shirt you hoped you would avoid seeing tonight. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh wait, Jesus fucking Christ almighty. Sorry. Hope raises her head and their eyes meet. Both of their faces momentarily turn to stone. Oh no, 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 oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, you could read any emotion from their stares and you'd probably be right. An unbearable tension fills the room as nobody wants to make the first move. Eventually, it's Hope who decides to break the stalemate by loudly pressing the enter button on her laptop and immediately dropping it into her bag. You doubt it's anything more than a provocation, the Malkavian letting her opponent know she's won. But it works. The noise makes Montgomery snap out of her stupor. You psycho, you fucking demented, vindictive psycho! The air turns thick with murderous intent. Hi. Hope pretends she hasn't noticed. Kara's bloodthirst becomes palpable. You were supposed to be on the other side of the city right now, at the meeting. I am notified about every failed voice authentication attempt. I got back here, expecting to find some idiot still trying to make their way through the front. She looks around. But I never expected. Just... how? Hope reluctantly types something down on her phone. I'm the CEO of Double Spiral, and I endorse wrecking my shit. Kara grimaces at the sound of her own voice and quickly connects a dot. You fucking gremlin? How did you get your hands on that kind of tech? Even I... Company secret. The new patch 1990. That's the second movie, right? God, I love Gremlin. Hope's provoking her. No two ways about it. Did you guys see Red Letter Media's take on Gremlins 3? What it should be? And it should literally be Gremlins becoming the presidents of the White House, you know. That would be the next logical step, them taking over the country. Senate, White House, Supreme Court. I built this paradise for you, for us, for yourself and nobody else. What happened to the Hope I used to know? She can't come to the phone right now. She's dead. I regret the day I let you into my life. Stop lying to yourself, Kara. You only regret the day you let me out of your life. Shouldn't have let your mask slip, honey. A snappish response almost escapes Kara's mouth, but she manages to stop herself before letting the discussion devolve into a childish spat. Just tell me there's a copy of my data you haven't ruined, and I'll let you out of here alive. She gives you a hateful look. Both of you. Hope tilts her head and flashes an evil, ear-to-ear grin. Not a single bit of data remains, more than a decade of your work, into the drain. Welcome to the worst night of your life since the dot-com crash, Miss Montgomery. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm not gonna mention American politics at all. Outside of that, I have opinions, but better keep them off the air. Sorry, I'm just sorry for you guys. That's all. Kara looks as if a stake was just driven through her heart. She starts collapsing, sliding down against the door, like she was sinking deeper and deeper into her personal hell. That's a little mean, honestly, deleting all her data, but I mean, they have a history. I'm just a tool to be used. Hope just stares at her torment, wearing an indecipherable expression, waiting for her rival to reach the bottom. And then she does. And there, at the lowest point of her life, she finds something unexpected. I never, ever wanted to do this. This is not me. Her voice sounds completely different. But if there's only one way out of this mess, I'm going to take it. I'm going to get my data back. Hope looks confused for a second, and then an understanding dawns on her. Come on, Kara, you wouldn't dare. You started this game. Now accept your loss. The game isn't over until all players are out of moves, honey. Bearing your fangs now? There's two of us against one, even if you commit the sin of diablerie. Ooh. I'm not gonna tell. The last time something like this happened to me, I was ready to die. I think I'll take my chances. It's not like I haven't dreamed about feeling my fangs inside you for a long, long time. So you want to give me this one victory? Prove once and for all that I was right? It never was about me. It was about all the stupid garbage in my head. A victory? Please, victories are material. They aren't like your little online arguments. She's serious about this, Amanda. She wants to devour me as a whole. Sacrifice your humanity in exchange for access to my soul and everything I know. Stay away, Amanda. You want money, data, domain privileges, a position at Double Spiral? Anything you want, you can get it if you just look the other way. Don't listen to this shit. The moment the prince finds out, it's final death for... And Kara runs, her moves resembling a beast more than human, immediately closing the distance to Hope. Then she jumps at the Malkavian, just like a wild animal hunting for her prey. Okay, so I wonder what clan Kara belongs to. Is she a Malkavian as well? Or would she be like a Bruja or a... Who knows, Toreador maybe. Hope instinctively attempts to defend herself, but is immediately overwhelmed. Laying on the ground, she looks like a deer in the headlights. Kara, on the other hand, looks like a bear ready to maul its victim. If you want to react, you need to do it now. I'm too nice for this. You push yourself to your limit and let your power take over you. You know she's dangerous, but so are you. You know you can endure her hits, but can she endure yours? As it turns out, yes. Your attempt to drag Kara away from Hope quickly turns into an exchange of wild, messy blows. The thing is, when she realizes you've tapped into your superhuman power, she responds by doing exactly the same thing. And since she's in a beast mode, she's hitting faster and harder than you. This is a battle of attrition you probably can't win. You back away, deciding to pick a different approach. I'm gonna calmly look around. Wait, there's no point in just rushing in blindly. Kara's like a feral animal right now. You don't wrestle with those. You use tools to overwhelm them. You look at Hope's bag. Any of her devices that could help? No way in hell. Think harder. You look at the bed, the pillows, the canopy, hooks hanging down from the ceiling. Bingo. You grab one of the hooks and yank the chain. It's long enough for your idea to work. You run up to Kara, who's about to maul Hope like a wild animal, and then you stab her with all your strength. The hook gets deep underneath her skin. Kara yells, but there's more surprise than pain in her voice. You quickly wrap the chain around her a few times, and then you step back and start pulling it with all your strength. Kara's taken by surprise. Still not understanding what's going on, she loses her balance and gives her victim a chance to escape. Hope takes it. Still dazed, she takes a second to understand the situation. But when she does, she runs up to you and starts pulling the chain with you. Arrgh! You'd never handle her alone, but Hope displays surprising strength while pulling the chain. A minute later, she's hanging above the floor like a butcher's carcass. The end of the hook is stuck in her chest, and it's sinking deeper as she struggles. However, she's flailing so wildly she might free herself before it puts her out of commission. Arrgh! You use one hand to desperately search for something that can help you under the bed. Belts, handcuffs, a whip, a giant cattle prod. You have no time to act bemused. You put it to her head and turn it on. Ah! The device must be modified. The power current is so powerful, it causes scarring almost immediately. She's getting weaker and weaker. Yep, whole lot of screaming. It takes Kara a while to accept defeat, but eventually she does. Her body seemingly lifeless, her head hanging down, she looks like a grotesque portrait of defeat. The hook must have reached her heart. It takes Hope a long time to collect herself. Eventually she manages to speak up. Guess we've gotten up to this point, huh? Just like Kara before, Hope starts to talk in a completely different way than she usually does. You have a bad feeling about this. You want to add my data to yours? You know, I can grant your wish, except not the way you've imagined it. Hope starts mumbling and circling around Kara, and for the first time since you met her, she acts like she didn't have her phone in her hand. This violent aura. The Malkavian looks deep into your eyes and she knows you know what she's tempted to do, and you silently beg for her not to do it. It doesn't feel right. She puts on a devilish smirk and starts walking towards Kara, looking like a zombie. She starts mumbling under her nose, and you can see her fangs when she speaks. Liberate yourself from the shackles of ordinary morality. Make them scream. Feel their warmth. She stops in front of Kara and turns to you with a melancholic spark in her eyes, as if ready to say goodbye. And then she utters one word. Psych. Her slouched posture immediately straightens up as her fingers start dancing on the phone's screen again. She sends you a wink. Oop, sorry, muted that. Got your ass. You shake your head and sigh, but it's a sigh of relief. Don't worry, I'm not about to give in to temptation here. I remember our previous arrangements. You helped me out, time for me to return the favor. Hope tilts her head and looks at Kara. I'll call in some favors and take care of her. She was about to commit diablerie, and I know some other people who'd love to see her hang for it. Not that she needs any help with that now. A puppet is dangling sadly from a single string. Honestly, though, I do kind of feel bad for Kara. I don't know what she did to Hope, but I don't want her killed. By the way, I've disabled security, so you're free to leave whenever you want. And call me whenever you want. I'm a part of your gang now, Semper Fi and all that. I'll stay here and take care of some unfinished business. And hey, we've done a great job. You start heading towards the exit and give her a thumbs up before you leave. She laughs a little, already back to her usual self. Right back at you. See you around, Normie. See you around, Hope. Your coterie just became more unique than you ever thought it would be. Okay, we got ourselves a member. Gotta go to bed, but hopefully I still have time to get Agatha on my crew. A piece of paper is sticking out of your mailbox. It's a printout from a computer, a note, and a screenshot from Google Maps. It reads, Merry Christmas, Vios! Haha! Yes, we just got Hope to join the gang. It reads, Meet me at the indicated spot tomorrow at 10 p.m. I'll pick you up and we'll take it from there. No signature, and the place marked on the map is a lookout point near Pier 1, just next to the Brooklyn Bridge. You check the phone that Mia passed on to you. No new messages, no missed calls. It's all a bit fishy, but there's only one way to find out who addressed this to you. Looks like tomorrow evening has been planned out for you. The plan was to return to your haven for the day. The sun is coming up soon after all, but that's not what the beast has in store for you. Oh no, I should have been feeding. The feeling of emptiness, the overwhelming famishment that takes hold of you cannot be denied or bargained with. The time when you could reason with your thirst is over. You don't remember how it happens exactly, but you find yourself in an alley, sucking the last drops of blood from a savage gash in a corpse's neck. Oh, I had no option to feed. I literally, there was no oh man. You have killed somebody tonight and did it very close to your haven. Any attempts at covering up this poor soul's death become secondary when you realize that dull glow over the city in the east is the sun coming up. You barely make it back to your haven in time, and you realize your clothes are a mess, torn in places, covered in blood, your victim's blood. Yeah, it could definitely be Kaiser. Could certainly be Kaiser, and I don't want to meet that guy again. How many people saw you get into the building? You don't know. It was a panicked sprint to escape the light. Instinct saving your skin. The same instinct that decided it was time to feed the beast. You cannot let this happen again. You cannot ignore the hunger for as long as you did before tonight. I ignored for... Your humanity depends on it. I know. Thanks for reminding me. You go downstairs as early as you wake. One final check of the phone, but no news from Mia. You take the car down to Brooklyn, park on the front street, and approach the meeting spot cautiously. What the fuck was that? What was coming down there? A figure of about Mia's size is standing there, dressed in an oversized jacket and looking out to Manhattan. As you approach, you can hear her muttering something. It is true, but I do not think it is true. If I do not think it's true, then it cannot be true. And if it can't be true, then... Yeah, I can see this is a bit of a problem. If I had the option to go hunting, I would have. But literally the time between the last time I was able to hunt and this... Last time I didn't have any hunger at all, so it's just like that. Are you the one who left the note? Yeah, but like a ball thing going down here, over here on the screen. I don't know if you can see my... No, you can't see my mouse pointer. I guess it was lighting then. The woman turns around. It's not Mia. Whoever it is, you have never seen her before. There we go, that's the one. Right there. That did not look like lighting to me. She looks perfectly plain and unmemorable. The ink on the paper did the message leave. The ink on the paper did your face here bring. You turn around. 3 men, all of them burly and threatening, approach you. One of them takes the lead. So you got the message? I did. What now? Now you'll come with us. The boss wants to meet you. Callahan? That's Boss Callahan to you, fuckface. That's Boss Callahan to you, fuckface. I suggest you get a move on. We got places to be. The voice of the woman keeps creeping into your consciousness. The litany of gibberish ever present throughout this entire conversation. The man cracks his knuckles. Or we can do it the hard way. Yeah, I'll go with him. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, okay, I'll go with you. Smart. They lead you down the pier and onto a motorboat. The engine starts. Put this on. He points to a cloth sack. One of the guys is holding you down. The woman is still there, whispering to herself. Somehow you hear her voice clearly in your head. It becomes a nagging suggestion to put the sack over your head. You don't really want to do it, but your hands go through the motion all the same. It takes 15 or so minutes to reach your destination, you think. The engine dies down and you are led onto shore and then further up some incline through some overgrowth. 10 more minutes of walking, maybe, until a deep voice reaches your ears. Vincent, my dear boy, why the hood over our guest's face? Well, boss, I thought... No, that will not do. How many times do I have to repeat myself, Vincent? You don't have to think. You have to listen and do what you're told, yes? Yeah, yes, boss. Well, take that ridiculous sack off their head, will you? The hood comes off. The owner of the deep voice is a curious sight. Dressed in what can only be described as Victorian clothing, with a monocle and graying red hair. Is this Callahan? Yeah, boss. Wait, no. Guess we missed. Guess we missed whatever he was saying. I believe you already know who I am. You're a dumb-looking motherfucker. I'm not gonna say that to him, obviously, but I'm thinking it. You're the Anarch Baron? Ain't that the truth? Douglas Callahan is my name, but you may call me boss. Everybody does, with good reason. I have invited you here to have a friendly chat. Now, let me make myself perfectly clear. I am disappointed in you, truly disappointed. But I arranged this meeting to allow you to make amends. First, though, I have to make sure you understand what your infraction was. So, do you know why you're here? Because I wanted to meet with Torque? Is it because I wanted to meet with Torque? Ah, yes, you're not stupid. That's a nice change of pace. Torque is the reason you're here. Or that little angry strumpet of his, I'm told, yes? Mia. Oh, how I'd love to get my hands on her gaunt neck and wring it until it breaks. But see, I'm a statesman, and it's not the prudent thing to do. No, indeed, the prudent thing to do is tolerate both her and that blasted ebony-skinned mentor of hers. Hey, no need to get racial. If you ask me, it all went downhill when you women folk got the voting rights. Made you believe you were on level with us men. What a ridiculous notion that was. I hate this guy already. Please just let me go? Should I tell him to take that back? No, I'm not going with that. Please just let me go. Oh, I will. Just not yet. I will request something from you, and you will obey me to the letter. But that comes later. First, you will answer a few questions. The first of which is, who pointed you to Mia? Kind of want to throw Kaiser under the bus here. I'm not sure I should, but yeah, he's an asshole. I'm gonna go with No. Kaiser's. I have no idea what their relationship is, so nobody was my idea. Oh, really? And what was your intention behind the meeting? I mean, how would he know? No, I'm not gonna go with number 3. Or perhaps, sure, why not? I just wanted to fuck her, that's all. I heard she puts out. He chuckles. Whoever gave you that information had a sense of humor, I have to admit. That worthless bitch could use a real man to straighten her out. Oh, I hate this guy. Also, she's one of those feminist types, a dyke, I guess. You did meet with her, though, so you'd know. What did you discuss? I wanted her to explain the Anarchs to me. I just wanted to learn about the Anarchs. I asked her about the movement. Oh, child, you should have come to me, then. Yeah, fuck Callahan. I am the Anarch movement in New York City, and I am the Anarch movement in New York City, and nobody makes a secret out of it. You bet on the wrong horse, as I'm sure you'll learn soon. I went with number 3. See, that wasn't hard now, was it? Of course, I can't be sure how much of what you told me was true, and how much of it was worth about as much as yesterday's night's horse shit. But I'll find out, I always do, and when I do, we'll have another one of these nice talks. And maybe, just maybe, you'll avoid this upcoming unpleasant episode next time. He gives Vince a sign, and the burly man starts hitting you all over. Hey! You feel teeth, ribs, and fingers break. Your foot is mangled under Vince's boot. Your shoulder dislocates, nose wrecked. That's enough, Vincent. Let them be. He snaps his finger in front of your face a few times. Checks if you can focus on his face. You can, but barely. Yeah, she hates him too. She's gotta. I am a man of principles. Another night I would perhaps put you in a casket and dip it in concrete, then dump it in the Hudson, a favorite of mine during the roaring 20s. It's been a while. But, like I mentioned before, I am nothing but prudent, and so the interest of this city's kindred must come before my own needs and wants. I will therefore let you continue your existence. Here's what I require in return for the boon. You are forbidden to meet with Talk. I will keep an eye on you and on him, and if you want a place with the Anarchs, you go through me, and only me. Got it? You have to understand, what I made my associates do to you tonight was just business. We can still work out our mutually beneficial relationship. In fact, it's either that or your final death. Time to go, Vincent. Take the boat back. Leave the fledgling here. I think they have a lot to think about. Sure thing, boss. A pleasure meeting your acquaintance. Callahan walks away, and so does Vince and his band of thugs. You lie on the ground for a while longer, feeling the blood slowly putting your body back together, your hunger growing. Thank you. You can hear the beast calling, for sustenance, for safety, for revenge. A distant but pronounced third right now. It's not until you mend yourself enough to appear as a victim of a mugging, more so than an impossibly mangled walking cadaver, that you hail a taxi passing by and head back to your haven. The whole way there, you are tempted by the beast. Your driver, a 30-something with a strong Slavic accent and an unpronounceable name on his ID, keeps asking if he should drive you to the hospital. You keep declining, all the while thinking that if you only asked him to pull over for 5 minutes, you could feast on his warm blood to the beast's content, drink him whole. Nobody would know. Nobody but his wife and kids, if he has them. Nobody but his boss and company friends. Nobody but you, as you look in the mirror tomorrow. Yeah, New York City is a really weird place. Anarchs are led by a massive old-school bigot. The Cam has a thin-blood primogen. New York City is certainly a weird place. The thing, though, is about Callahan. If he was active in the 20s, I was led to believe that the Anarchs weren't really a thing. Again, hold on. Got some fur on my monitor there. How did that get in there? Until the 40s, when they took over Los Angeles. That was when the Anarch movement started again, wasn't it? Or did they kind of keep going on in between? The driver stops at your apartment building. There is nobody around. You can do it. Do it now. Now. No, I'm going to resist the beast. You pay the driver and walk out. Fast. Leave the car behind. Don't look back. Look back. Walk back. Feed. No. Through the door. Up the stairs. Key in the lock. Open the apartment. Walk in. Lock yourself in. The familiar four walls of your haven are a blessing. The beast inside you keeps nagging, but you have kept it at bay tonight. Not a small feat given your state. You are still weak. You're still not quite mended. You need to rest. Tomorrow you will have to feed again. Tomorrow you will have to consider your next move. Callahan is not the kind of man who quits. But tonight you rest. Oh yeah, but what was he doing in the 20s, before the Anarch movement? Was he the prince of the town? Was he primogen? Waking up tonight feels different for two reasons. For one, you are pleasantly surprised that your body's mended reasonably well while you were resting. It comes with a caveat, though. The hunger you feel is pronounced. Sorry. The beast like a black dog on the edge of your vision following you. But the thing that is really remarkable is waking up to the tune of an old cell phone ringing. An unknown number is calling the phone you got from Mia. You pick up. Kept that old thing charged after all, huh? You alright? I feel like shit. No, actually, I feel like shit. Look, that's too bad, but I don't really care. I was just being polite. I'm calling with good news. Torque agreed to meeting you. There's a pub in the Bronx, solid as the stripes. Be there tonight. Two things. No drinking on the premises, so if you want to grab a snack, do it before setting foot in the borough. And the meeting is exclusively no powers. We'll be rubbing shoulders with commoners the whole evening, and also we don't trust you. So keep it casual, or you'll blow it. Anything you'd like to add? Will you protect me from Callahan? If we're to meet, I need you to offer me protection from Callahan. I met him yesterday. He kicked my ass and forbid me from meeting Torque. Silence on the line. Fuck. More silence. I can't promise you any protection on your way there or the way back, but at the pub, you'll be in Torque's domain. For all his posturing, Callahan doesn't have the balls to strike Torque directly. We'll post additional hang-arounds on the lookout, though. That's the best I can do. If Callahan got under your skin, I get it. I was in that spot once or twice, too. All I gotta say is, the risk is worth it. If you don't show tonight, I can't blame you. But it's a one-time offer only. You gotta hedge your bets. Just don't do anything stupid. You meet with us tonight, it better be in good faith. She ends the call. First thing first, you take the subway to York Street Station, walk to Front Street, retrieve your car, and weigh your options while driving back to your haven. I'm gonna feed. I'm gonna trust my intuition. You've been doing this for a few good nights. You're getting a feel for it. You're learning what kind of a predator you are and what kind of bloods you crave. You were so caught up in yesterday's problems and in this cloak and dagger debacle you're a part of now that the hunt feels almost automatic and casual tonight. A fragment of you surrenders control. Just minutes after you find your victim, coax them and drink from them, you find you've forgotten their face and what they were dressed like. It only hits you once you look yourself in the eye eye in your car's rear view mirror. This was wrong. You can't let this become the norm. You hurt somebody, a human being. You're a monster. You need to stay mindful of this. You're a monster, but unless you let yourself off the hook, you can hold on to your humanity and not let yourself slide down the spiral. Yeah, the purge sound is really weird. What is that supposed to be? Is it like me losing humanity, or instead of clearing your mind, you clouded it further and you are still no closer to a decision, and I'm still hungry. Why? Why is there still blood around my screen? Ugh. Go to the meeting directly. Dangerous or not, you have to make the trip to the Bronx and meet with Torque. No detours, best just to get it over with. You take some basic precautions as you enter Torque's turf. Torque's turf? You park a few streets across from where the pub is and walk towards it while keeping an eye out for anyone suspicious. That Kindred, for the most part, look no different than regular people. Makes things complicated, of course. Humanity... wow, it's humanity loss? Oh, Jesus. There's been lots of those stuff happening for very... it's been very strangely showing up then, because sometimes it's just been showing up for plot reasons. That's weird. If you're being followed or watched, it's going to be hard to tell. You reach the pub, shoot a final look around. There's nobody suspicious around as far as you can see, and open the door. The smell of cigarettes is overwhelming. The whole place has an aura about it, a constant mist hanging right under the ceiling. The lethargic fans do nothing to disperse it. I thought it was someone else, but it was you! Hi Julius, how you doing? The constant crack of billiard balls and clinking of glasses tell you all you need to know about the clientele. Not a very vampiric place at all. You're wondering if you go the address, right? Ah, that's another one. You apparently did. Mia's here. She motions you over to one of the few tables around. Mudada! Ah, that's a good anime. Third arc, Stardust Crusaders, the best one. Second best is what is the second season called again? With Joseph. That is Blood something, right? Whatever. Took your sweet time to get here. What? Got cold feet? Never mind. Anyone following you? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe. I had to look around and it seemed clear enough. You're not the best person to judge that then. My lookout let me know you were coming a few minutes ago. Before I introduce you, there's some outstanding business to discuss. I appreciate the help with getting that name out of Bruce. It's going to be a tough nut to crack, his master. She's one of the lawmen. Times were they'd sooner align with us than the Cam. Anyway, the lawmen? Oh, you mean like the Banu Hakim? Hey Julius, don't worry about it, man. It's all good. It's the holidays. It's all good. Anyway, this isn't the night for a history lesson. Torque's been waiting for you. He was impressed by your work so far. Here's your chance to shine. Don't blow it. So far, still loving the writing of this game, by the way. That's the one. Battle Tendencies, you're right. It was really good. The opening was... I loved it. You walk towards one of the tables. A guy in a coat and a hat leans over to take his shot. The table is clean of his balls. He's way ahead of the opponent, but the 8-ball is in a tricky position. Hey, they're here. Be with you in just a moment. The hit is fast, precise, and it sends the black ball exactly where the player wanted it. His opponent lets out a frustrated sigh. That's that. I believe that's 150 American dollars, Joey. You paying up now, or you want to up the stakes again? The disgruntled man accepts his defeat and pays up, then declares he's going to grab another beer. To the victor goes the spoils. Thank you kindly. He turns his full attention to you. The man's good looking, if somewhat gaunt and intense. His eyes especially seem to pierce right through to your core, but not in an unpleasant way. Name's Torque. I believe you're Amanda. Sophie Langley's new plaything, is that right? How does everybody always know that? You anarchs too? How does everyone always knows that? Words travel fast when you care to listen, fledgling. We wouldn't be talking tonight if I hadn't learned that a long time ago. Forgive my being real with you right off the bat, but I'd like to know who it is I'm dealing with. So here's something that I've been scratching my head about. If you're with Langley, and Langley's Cam through and through, I'm told, what is it you've come to accomplish here tonight? Should I lie or be honest? Sophie wants to meet with you. I'll be honest. Sophie Langley wants to meet with you. Don't ask why, she didn't tell me. She just said it has something to do with gathering allies against Boss Callahan. I'm here to arrange that meeting. The fuck? I knew nothing about this, T. They lied to me. Mia's furious. She's looking at the pool cue and at you as if she was figuring out the best combination for the two. It's fine. I appreciate the honesty. Even if you went straight with my second in command, that I don't appreciate. Well, well, well. Ain't that an interesting proposition? You can't be seriously thinking about meeting with Langley. She's hardline Cam. It's a trap. It must be. It just might. It's just might. He looks at you, pierces you with his unnaturally keen eyes. He's about to say something when a door opens in the back of the room. Hey, Torque, you got a guest. They're in the back. Mia, won't you be a dear and keep our new friend company? I'll see what the commotion is. Sure thing. Torque tips his hat to you and walks to the back. My lady. Joining the man who called for him. Mia glowers at you, this time weighing one of the pool balls in her hand. She looks like she's in half a mind to chuck it at your face. You gotta be quite happy with yourself, bluffing your way in here. It's not just Sophie I'm here for. I might have started as a test from Sophie, but I'm glad I could meet you and Torque. Don't hold it against me. No, I'm totally going to hold it against you, and for a while. You made me look like a chump in front of Torque. Here I was beginning to think you might make a good addition to our little family. There's a whole lot of trust you'll have to regain before that happens now. Torque appears from a door in the back and calls across the room. Yo, Mia, can I grab you for a second? Amanda, get over here too. You go to the back room. It's basically a storage area with a single wooden desk. It's pretty cramped, especially considering there's 5 other people in there with you. Torque is ushering you in and closes the door behind you and Mia. 2 burly dudes are holding somebody down. A familiar voice reaches your ear. I'm gonna have to go get a scarf on my neck because I'm feeling it a little bit. It's a bit cold in here. Oop. There we go. Got myself a scarf. Ugh. Sorry, my voice is probably a bit croaky. I don't know. I felt perfectly fine. Then I started streaming and I got this weird kind of scrapey pain in the back of my throat and nose, I guess. All right, here we go. Just gonna relax this a little bit. I knitted this myself a long time ago, by the way. I'm super into Harry Potter. So. Familiar voice reaches your ear. Yeah, it's kind of cold here. I'm in Sweden, and my throat is hurting. Hi, Louis. Yeah, Louis. Louis Cole. How you doing? Yeah, this is coming on the PS4 soon. I think it's coming in 2020. Yeah, 2020. Motherfuckers, you're gonna pay for this. You hear me? The boss is going to fuck you up so bad you have no idea. Have you had the doubtful pleasure of meeting Mr. Cerruti before, Amanda? Yeah, you could say that. I have a score to settle with this fucker. You're fucked! You're so fucked you don't even know it! You stupid piece of shit! I should have ended you yesterday! The boss told you to stay away, you should have listened! Thanks, weird and quirky. That's a story and a half, ain't it? Vince, calm down now and tell me how many of you guys are still out there on my turf, Go fuck yourself. You're done. The boss will know this stupid piece of shit Fledgling came here. He knows they're with Langley. You know what that means, Torque? No, I don't. What does it mean, Vince? Now the boss can wipe you out. He'll just say you're sucking Langley's tits, and all those buddies of yours, gone. You're done, Torque. Oof. Language, please. Well now, if that's the case, I guess ridding New York City of your toady ass won't make things any worse, will it? Actually, here's an idea. Vince mentioned he beat you up yesterday. Did I hear that right, Amanda? You want to repay him the favor? Well, it's your turf. You deal with him. I think you should deal with him. That's a fair point of view. That's a fair point of view. He takes an old pool cue and breaks it over his knees. Hold him down, bros. Don't you fucking do it, Torque. Don't. Torque takes a sharp piece of wood and jams it into Vince's chest. His features grow slack, his entire body inert. He doesn't even give out a yelp. Take him downstairs. Let's keep Callahan's guessing about what happened to his favorite puppy. I'll figure out what to do with this. I'll figure out what to do with that cum guzzler later. The other two anarchs who held Vince down before take him outside the room. Oh my god. As entertaining as that was, I think Vince, in his unmatched wisdom, shared more than Callahan would hope for. This changes things. Ever heard about Operation Lights Out, Amanda? It was the second Inquisition effort here in New York City. A single night of raids at a magnitude never seen before or since. The Ivory Tower got away with just a few losses here and there. No major players were hit. They managed to find safe spots and stay out of the eye of the shitstorm. Us, though, we got hit hard all over town. Havens were rooted out, entire coteries and safe houses gone, just like that. Nobody saw it coming, and I barely got out in one piece. Mia looks at him with concern and puts a hand on his arm. He shrugs it off, gently but surely. Others, like my child, Barb, or Mia's sire, extinguished. But you know who got out of it without a scratch? Callahan. We thought about it for the past few years. How is it that Big B manages to excuse himself from the museum on Staten Island where we used to meet, just before a vans full of guys in body armor shows up? We're still not gonna meet? Oh my god, this game is way longer than I thought it would be. I mean, I'm gonna stream a little bit longer, I think, than usual, maybe an hour extra, depending on how my throat is faring, because I really want to get into Bloodlines, but so it might be a 3-hour stream instead of a 2-hour as usual. How is it that as my baby is burning up after being shot with incendiary rounds, I also see Doug Hallian running with his tail between his legs, pushing fledglings like you on the path of the SI? Ooh, Callahan is selling the anarchs out. Me no likey. We think the bastard knew what was coming, and he set us up. Not just you, some of our brothers and sisters who got hit had some of the lowest profiles in the city's lick population. The moral of the story? Callahan is an opportunistic motherfucker, and if even his thickest followers suggest he's going to sell me out, then that's what he's going to do, as sure as the sun rises. He pauses for a moment and you see him reaching a decision. You said something about Langley having an offer for me. It might be your fault in part that I'm at this juncture, but now's going to be as good a time as any to listen to what she has to say. I don't think that's wise, T. Well, what will you have me do then? You said it yourself. It's all this fledgling's fault. They brought this on us, so let's use them as a bargaining chip. Callahan wants them, Langley needs them, they're valuable. Me? Valuable? I'm just a pawn. No, you're wrong, I'm just a pawn. That's why Sophie sent me here, plausible deniability and all that. I'm expendable. The realization that you just summarized the entirety of the last 2 weeks or so hits you hard. But if there was a moment for being honest with yourself, it's now. Fuck! The man puts his hand on Mia's shoulder. She calms down a bit. We're afraid, Amanda. But then what else is new? It's a paradox being who we are. The hunters one night, the hunted another. Masters of the night, slaves to the dawn. A duality to everything. I really like his design, by the way. He looks cool. Mia, I understand your concern, but I need you to trust me like you did before. This is my call and my responsibility. You can give me shit about it later, like I'm sure you will. Count on it. He smiles, then takes on a no bullshit look and points at you. 3 conditions. First, you come pick me up personally and bring me to the meeting spot. Anything goes sideways is your ass. Second, Mia's coming with me. No 2 ways about it. 8 eyeballs in the meetings, the 2 of you, the 2 of us, nobody else. And third, the meeting is in public, downtown, some spot frequented by mortals. We'll see you take us anywhere fishy, we check out and fuck you up as a message to Langley. I count on it not coming to that though. You seem likable enough. The cam hasn't gotten its talons in you yet. Keep it up and maybe you'll come to the same conclusion we did in your own time. I'll repeat your conditions to Sophie. I'll make sure to repeat your conditions to Sophie. You do that. Best be on your way. Ask for me here when you need me. The bartender knows how to reach me. Just ask him to put the owner on the line. Yeah, he's cool. I love him. Torque, really good design through and through. Mia walks you to the front door and accompanies you to your car. Listen, about what I said before? Yeah, what about it? I panicked. That's all that was. It was unfair what I said. If anything, it's my fault. I'm angry with myself, and that makes me angry with you. Forget it. See ya. She starts walking back to the bar as you start the engine and head back to Sophie's apartment. Time to give Sophie the good news. She welcomes you as openly as ever, clearly excited to see you and for what you're bringing with you. Amanda, good evening. How's your task going? Have something for me, perhaps? It's done, but cost me dearly. I did what you asked, but I got into some serious trouble. They almost killed me. Killed you? Who? Slow down, tell me what happened. No, I'm not really nailing the voice today. Callahan's goon threatened Torque. During my meeting with Torque, the same guy who beat me yesterday, Vince, showed up. He's Callahan's goon. We have to assume he knows that I met Torque. Well, that just means we have to bring the plan to a close, and thanks to your good timing, we're just a day away from it. Well, let's hear it. What did Torque agree to? You relate the Anarch leader's conditions, that you are to pick him and Mia up, that the meeting should only include the four of you, and should be held in a public space. Those are all fair enough, although I do worry about that Mia character. Tell me, do you think she is trustworthy? She's fine for an Anarch. I met some Anarchs in the past few nights, and she was one of the more agreeable ones. She's fine, I guess. I see. Very well. As for the place, I wonder if they would agree to meeting in Hudson Yards, the vessel. Plenty of tourists visit that place, but if we go there after midnight... She seems to have made up her mind. Yes, bring them there tomorrow night. Look for me near the top level. Tomorrow? So soon? I don't think they're expecting me back so soon. Yes, tomorrow. For reasons that shall be made obvious when we talk. Pick them up at midnight, then drive back to Midtown. That's the plan. I'll be waiting as long as it takes, within reason. I'm counting on you, Amanda. The final piece of the puzzle is about to find its way to its destination. And after that, we'll get our just rewards. You, me, the Camarilla, even the Anarchs. I could kiss you. Yes, you'd like that. You desire it. She must have caught it in your expression. She smiles. Figure of speech, darling. Well, at least it is tonight. But a few nights from now, who knows? I ain't grown quite fond of you, and success whets my appetite for these kind of things. The sexual tension in the room becomes insufferable, until it suddenly disappears. Was this another one of Sophie's tricks, or an actual spark of arousal in both of your undead bodies? There's a lot of sex talk in this game. Just putting that out there. You certainly felt the... Oh my god. You certainly felt the blood flow through you for a short moment. The warmth in your groin takes you by surprise. You didn't think you could do that anymore, or did you just imagine it? Top 10 things I did not want to read out loud tonight on a stream. Use the rest of the night well, Amanda, and rest. We are but a day's sleep away from shaking this city awake. Alright. We got about half the night to go. I'm going to go talk with Ailing. No, I'm going to talk with Agathon. You're in your haven when someone knocks on the front door. Puzzled you open. I don't think Agathon is telling me that, by the way, but... Agathon stands in the hallway expectantly, as if the 10 seconds it took you to come to the door was an impossible imposition. You need my help? Let me guess, you're going out to hunt for the research notes? You need my help. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Let's go. You follow Agathon down the streets, wondering what kind of revelation tonight will hold. So far, Agathon's rituals haven't been successful at locating the research notes, but you've learned a lot about the Tremere and Agathon himself. This time I've got it. The problem when an old vampire disappears, even from our clan, is that we are so secretive, it's hard for us to find out what they were up to. Agathon's car is parked on the curb. You get in, Agathon starts to drive. Yeah, really, take a cold shower. I agree with you, no name given. Humanity H is eating an apple. You may have guessed the notes... No, wait, that's wrong. You may have guessed the notes we're looking for belongs to an old member of our house. The problem is that we need them to continue the research. Who's your missing client? What does Juno need the notes? What does Juno want to do with these notes? Is she going into research? Agathon looks at you uncertainly before returning his eyes to the street ahead. I don't know, but I can guess. You wait for him to continue, but he doesn't seem inclined to do so. You're getting used to sitting in Agathon's car in silence. He drives, you look out the window, back to Queens. Yeah, she probably doesn't have Humanity 8, the way she's been acting. Eventually you roll into an industrial area called Willets Point. It doesn't really look like a place where a blood sorcerer would hang around. Agathon parks in front of a car repair shop that looks like it has seen better days. There are huge puddles of water on the road and car wrecks strewn about. Sorry, I was just talking to the lovely Kitsu. Better be quick. If I can find this place, so can Juno. You look around to see if someone is observing you, but there doesn't seem to be any people about. And why would there? Who would hang around at a place like this at night? Agathon tries the front door of a repair shop, then circles around to the back. You follow him. There's a broken window in the back protected by iron bars. Agathon grabs them and gives them a quick shake. The entire iron grill comes off. Startled, Agathon lowers it to the ground. I suppose someone else has broken in already and didn't want to leave an obvious point of entry. You and Agathon climbs inside through the window. It's awkward, but not difficult. Looking around, you realize that the repair shop has been abandoned for some time. It looks like homeless people have stayed here, but nobody's sleeping on the premises right now. You try a light switch, but nothing happens. You know the drill. Sorry. I'll do the ritual in the office. Make sure there are no interruptions. Agathon makes his way to the repair shop's office, a slightly cleaner area than the rest of the building. He begins a ritual in the dark. I'm going to shift through the papers on the desk. Bored, you start shifting through the papers left on the office's work desk. Old shift sheets, invoices, ads, nothing from the last decade. There's a small TV on the desk, probably from the 90s. Looking closer, you realize there's a post-it note in the middle of the TV screen. You take it. It reads, Loser, Juno. Agathon stops gesturing. It's not here. How's that possible? You show him the post-it note. He takes it and looks it over, as if suspecting it might hide a devious trick. Fuck! She has the notes, and she had to gloat. We have to go. It feels like you've spent a lot of time recently hurrying after Agathon as he walks briskly in and out of buildings and to his car. He starts the car as you close the door. We have to get to her haven and get the notes. There's no time to waste. Despite the urgency in his words, Agathon drives carefully as ever. It seems only a threat to his grandmother is enough to make him drive recklessly. How do we find her? How are we going to find Juno? She must be hiding. We used to date. I know where her haven is. Juno's haven is in Brooklyn, in our waterfront warehouse. Agathon drives south to Brooklyn. This is one of the advantages of being undead. Moving at night, traffic is much easier than if you wanted to zoom around the 5 boroughs during rush hour. Parking the car, Agathon points to a light coming from an otherwise dark yellow brick warehouse. Oh, that's her. Let's go in. How about use the front door? Actually, that feels good. No time to get fancy. You go to the front door of the warehouse. The door has glass panes, so you can see the inside of the warehouse. There are candles on the floor and an ornate ring of occult symbols covering the entire floor. Juno is sitting in the middle with an enamel wash basin in front of her, peering in. You try to listen, but it's difficult without making yourself conspicuous in the pain. We have to talk to her. Agathon tries to break the door by ramming into it with his shoulder. It's flimsy and crashes in with surprisingly little effort. Ah, Agathon, just in time. Juno, you have to stop. Hand me the notes. Oh, Agathon, you're such an idiot. This is beyond you now. I'll give you one last chance. Come with me. Forget Ailing and her power games. Join me and you can become your own man. What? Agathon seems genuinely flabbergasted at the suggestion. Who's your contact, Juno? Who were you talking to? Juno smiles at you. Oh, that's a good question. I guess ailing Sturbridge doesn't go around trumpeting the fact that the old hierarchy doesn't hold a monopoly on Tremere power anymore. There are other forces out there, and I'll join them. I love her mascara, though, by the way. It's on point. Green eyes, looking great. Juno picks up a bulging old folder from a chair inside the ritual circle. If this dumbass has any brains, he'll join me. No, and not for the clan, but for my family, my real family. I won't betray the clan, and you know that. Juno sighs. She doesn't look surprised at Agathon's refusal to come with her. I would have felt bad if I hadn't offered you the chance. Come back to the chantry with me, Juno. Talk to Ailing. You'll see that this is not a good idea. You glance at Agathon in concern. You're no sorcerer, but the idea of fighting Juno in the middle of her ritual circle doesn't feel like a good idea. 2 words. Fuck you. Please, just give us the notes. We won't stop you from leaving. Juno's shoulders slump. I'm tired of the fight. I'm tired of having to bust my ass for some asshole like Ailing. I want a new life away from all this crap. Juno weighs the folders in her hand. Maybe I should just give this to you. She walks towards you and you put your hand on the folder, but by then Juno's eyes brighten with the realization. Here. Oh, it's very warm. Put it here. Okay. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Thank you for the tea. Okay, she walks towards you and you put your hand on the folder, but by then Juno's eyes brighten with realization. You fucker! You're manipulating me! She slaps your face and you feel as if your insides suddenly caught fire. You open your mouth but no sound comes out. Finally, you focus on the feeling of Agathon's hand on your shoulder and you realize you lie sprawled on the floor. Are you alright? Can you speak? The pain is receding, but you feel like shit, hurting all over and barely able to walk. It takes a lot of blood to mend from this state. Agathon supports you as you walk back. He's smiling. You notice the folder under his arm. She got away, but I had the notes. I'm sorry you got hurt, but it was worth it. Worth it? Ashling? Is that how it's pronounced? Alright, I'll go with that. Hello, Desmond. How you doing? Yeah, join with Ipsissimus. They're much better. Ipsy-mipsy. Or Ipsy-dipsy, is that what Outstar called them? How's Ipsy-dipsy? You tell him a thing or two about your view of the situation, but your tongue is momentarily out. Oh. Please don't have stuff happening while Agathon's name is up there. I don't know how different they are. This is the first time I'm playing the game, by the way. You sit in silence as Agathon drives you back to Manhattan. Traffic in the small hours is mercifully slight. You consider your next words. Did she join Tremere rebels? There really is such a thing? There is. It was formed by a woman called Kana. We used to be pretty monolithic, but not anymore. I suppose Juno will be happy with them, if they accept her now that she's failed. You reach your occult bookstore. After Agathon parks the car, you head inside. You climb to the first floor to find Ashling Sturbridge waiting for you. Ashling? That's really not discernible from the way that's written. She looks surprisingly casual for someone with such power. You have good news, I hope? Yes, we have the notes. Agathon hands over the folder. Ashling Sturbridge caresses the cover with obvious joy. Wonderful. You did not disappoint. What of you know? We were not able to stop her. She escaped. Well, no matter, Agathon. You proved yourself yet again. And Amanda? Looks like the pyramid has a good friend in you. I'm gonna accept the compliment in silence. Ashling is difficult. You nod, not saying anything. Agathon looks relieved. You leave the bookstore with praise ringing in your ears. Even the taciturn Agathon managed to smile. You have no idea what will happen with the notes, but you feel that you have reached an understanding with Agathon. And I just got another coterie member. Yeah, it's probably a lot more about which character you choose to go with. There's a lot of different little side quest stories, though, that I haven't finished either. Perhaps that's enough in this world of backstabbing and betrayal you now inhabit. Okay, time to go sleep. I'm hungry again, because why not? Humanity lost. You wake up. This is not your haven. It's a cramped space. You try to move your... How can it be humanity loss if it's completely out of my control? You try to move your arms and find they are tied to your body. You can barely bend your legs. And when you try to stretch your neck, you hit a cold ceiling. You can't quite believe it, but this is a coffin, or something close enough to it. It vibrates slightly, but you can't hear any sounds coming from outside. It's entirely dark. I'm gonna call out. No, I can't do that. Shit, I'm too hungry. It's a visual novel, so I would say the replay value is in finding out all the short stories for the characters in it. But yeah, I think even like having 3 different playable characters is a pretty big deal for a visual novel in general. But I think it's way more about like, oh yeah, I wonder what happens if I have the gangrel as my coterie member, for example. Because there's 4 different coterie members you can pick, and then there's a whole bunch of like side stories you can follow. You kick the front of the container. The only reaction is the dull metallic sound. You try using your fists, but there's just not enough room to get a good punch in there. It seems pretty hopeless. Some more tries, nothing. This is bad. Suddenly some slight movement of the container. A moment of silence, an indistinct male voice shouting. A muffled shot. Silence again. The lid comes off. Oof. Oh, this is not good. Yeah, we might do another playthrough with the gangrel and Nosferatu, and I'm gonna focus on like one side story at a time, I think. What the? You're here. That's a relief. Oh, Agathon saved me. Aw, baby. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us and that asshole over here. Follow us, and quick. Seeing their faces is surprising, even more so in these circumstances. You immediately realize that you're in a danger, though, and follow your companions out of the car and into the streets in North Bronx. Well, I could have died there if it wasn't for my friends. That's good. The van has crashed into another car. A familiar face, that of Kaiser's ghoul, Jackie, stumbles out of the wrecked sedan and slinks away into the darkness before you can call after him. Oh, Kaiser helped me out. That's cool. 3 of you jog away towards the line of the trees and take shelter under the branches. This music's super loud. I think you guys can hear it through my headphones. And that changed literally nothing. Okay, there we go. We just got Todd Howard. Oh my god, what if we woke up on the frickin'... Yeah, of course! Oh my god, that's the reference she made. I am so dumb. The 3 of you jog away towards the line of the trees and take shelter under the branches, just as you hear a chopper approaching. Its searchlight illuminates the wrecked van and moves towards you. Get on the ground! Agathon takes out something from his pocket. You hear a soft breaking sound and then he just disappears from sight. You look to Hope, but she's not there. You haven't seen any movement. It is just the trees she leaned on a scent a few seconds ago. And I gotcha. I got me a kitty cat. Got me a baby. Hello, Wilma. Say hi to the camera. Say hi to the microphone. She's a bit shy. She really hates it when I pick her up like this. Okay, I'm gonna let you get back to whatever you were doing. Ragdoll. Flip. Yeah, Hope just made a Skyrim reference. Dive under a nearby bush. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Seeing no better options, you just find the nearest bush and dive right under it. It's probably not the best or smartest thing to do, but you have to trust your gut. The illumination passes just inches away from you, but it's just a pattern of light on the ground. The trees block a good portion of it. It doesn't dwell on you. Yes, she is so cute. It doesn't seem like they spotted you or any of your companions. The helicopter flies on, the searchlight frantically moving through the vicinity, as your companions once again appear under your proximity. We have an opening. Let's go before the SI decides they want to do another sweep. Wait, the SI? Second Inquisition? What did they have to do with anything? Hope, care to fill them in? Hope portrait 3.png. Is that like a different picture of her, or? Yeah, she is so done with me. She hates it when I pick her up. She's very, very whiny. She complains a lot. And now she's licking herself furiously because, I made her dirty. Your life up to this point, everything you knew, it was a highly advanced VR simulation. Welcome to the real world. Your blank stare is what makes her crack. No, actually, the SI, First Light in this case, I think, raided your haven and took you in. They were just transporting you out of town. Kaiser told us which route they'd take. Kaiser organized this? Why? Why would he do that? In this city, if Kaiser Reno finds somebody who's about to die useful, he simply doesn't die, Marone. Guess you kept yourself useful, so good work and keep at it. Hey! Speaking of, he's here, come on. Kaiser's familiar car stops nearby and the backseat opens. Your allies usher you inside and join you. Being inside his mobile fortress never felt like a relief until now. Hey fledgling, missed me? I'm not gonna do the eccentric German accent. Not really, but I'm glad you're here. No, not really, but I will say this, I'm glad you're here. Well, I'm not overly fond of making licks out of covered CISI transports, so consider this an investment. You are here now only because I told your buddies that you were neck-deep in shit. That van you were in, one-way ticket to Hertzville, Pennsylvania. I broke you out as a favor. Now you owe me big. Hope snorts. What's so funny, Jester? Hertzville, Pennsylvania? What, you like it? Yeah, it's literally the funniest thing I've ever heard. Is there a Usenet where you workshop these bits with other ancient demons? Can I get in? Everyone's a critic. How did you know? How the hell did you know the SI broke into my haven and took me away? Is that a piss-poor attempt at an insult, fledgling? I keep eye on you ever since that little job you did for me in Nolita. You know, in case I needed you for something else. I had to know your comings and goings. I'm gonna stop doing the accent. Guess the rumors are true. The old fart is surprisingly good at keeping up with the information flow in this city, despite his age. Probably in the top 3. Gee, thanks, sugar. To be fair, you're probably in the top 10. No, it feels weird not doing his voice. He grins in what you assume is a lecherous smile. Hope just seems momentarily insulted by the top 10 remark. I have a good idea why the SI hit you, Amanda. Not that there's not a bunch of good reasons for it. It might be one of these, for instance. The screens in Kaiser's car flicker, and each of them is now showing a short-looped clip. It's you, getting into a fight, feeding, using one of your powers. You haven't exactly kept that low profile, fledgling. I get it, you're new to this. And he's turned French again. You didn't know better. Yada 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 yada. The fact is, the SI has tons of this stuff. Security camera footage, YouTube videos posted by onlookers, social media posts from victims, you name it. Like I said though, I don't think any of these did you in. Slip-ups happen. Also, really good. This is a really good introduction to the Second Inquisition and like how they operate, because that's a huge thing now in V5. The reason why I need you walking and talking, Amanda, is to test a hypothesis of mine. For that, I need you to finish what you were tasked to do. So first things first, here. He hands you a phone, the number is already chosen for you. You hear the tone and somebody picks up. Oh, who is this? Kaiser, what the hell? It's me. Kaiser, what the hell? Amanda, it's you. Are you okay? What are you doing with that creep? Temper, I'll cut the line in Fledgling's throat. Come on, Amanda, spit it out. Kaiser saved me from the SI. Sophie, I only got out because of him. Your companions looked to one another. No! No, 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 I'm dumb. I should have told my friends to save them. SI? That's what I feared. Listen, the plan. We need to do it tonight. But if the Inquisition is involved and you broke out, they'll be looking for you. I'm starting to sound like someone from South Park. I should have said my friends. I feel so bad now. So we can't meet in pub. No, I just completely lost her voice. We can't meet in public. I have a place in mind, but Kaiser, are you still listening? Would I tell you if I wasn't? Amanda, call this number from where you were visited before last we spoke. I'll come pick you up. Welcome back, Plumdog. How you doing? She hangs up. And that's that. Well, Amanda. No. God, I keep getting all the voices wrong. Well, Amanda, care to elaborate? No need to answer that riddle. I think I've almost arrived at the answer. Sorry to spoil the fun, but I'll answer that particular riddle momentarily. Don't worry, doll. I can throw a few other ones your way after our mutual acquaintances carry on with their night. If my intel is worth a damn, your next stop, Amanda, is right about here. The car comes to a stop and the door opens. Outside, you see the streets leading to Solids and Stripes, Torque's pool pub. Well, you need me to kick you out? What about my companions? What about Agathon and Hope? What about them? They're staying right where they are and we're going to have a little chat. After we're done, I'm sure they'll find their way back to their hammers just fine. The clock is ticking. I think I know what Sophie wants to do tonight, and if I'm right, tonight's the last chance you've got. You want to say bye to your buddies before you go? That's fine by me, but that schedule of yours is pretty hectic, so you better do it now and scram. Thank your companions for the help. You thank both of your companions for their assistance. Without them, you wouldn't be here now. Kaiser makes a gagging gesture and urges you to step out of the car. You turn around and make your way to the bar. The door closes behind you and Kaiser's limo starts moving again. You hope your companions won't have to pay too high of a price for helping you. The Solids and Stripes is pretty much abandoned tonight. Just a bartender and one bleary-eyed local watching an old Bogart movie on the bar screen. You ask to use the phone and call Sophie first. Tea is perfect. Thank you so much. It's working wonders on my throat. Yes. Yes. I'm at the bar. Good. We'll be there in 15 minutes. If Torque's not there, notify him. We need to move fast. She hangs up. You tell the bartender, we? Well, it's just going to be her and me, right? Who's we? You tell the bartender to notify Torque, just like the Anarch leader mentioned as you should. The man makes a short call, and you only hear somebody picking up, but no words exchanged. The owner's on his way right now. Can I get you anything while you're waiting? You serve the special stuff? Actually, do you serve the special stuff? The bartender raises an eyebrow. A special reserve, you mean? Sorry, I can only serve that for a narrow selection of the owner's friends. It's been a rough night. Give me a break. Please, it's just a sip. I don't know, I really shouldn't. What the hell, you really do look like you need it. See, I'm learning. I'm not always using my disciplines. He takes out a bottle from a safe behind the counter and pours a bit of brown liquid into a glass. It's whiskey. There, enjoy. Your disappointment is palpable. At least the smell is nice. Whiskey. Torque comes in some 10 minutes later without Mia. He tips his hat to you, puts a hand on the bleary-eyed patron's shoulder, and says something to him under his breath. They both laugh. Marty, how's the night going? Quiet, sir. Just how you like it, huh? Torque notices the untouched glass with a bit of whiskey in it that you persuaded the bartender to pour. For me, you shouldn't have. He takes the glass and drinks this liquid, moving it around in his mouth before swallowing, and he looks you in the eye. Sure, I won't keep it in forever, but the night when I don't enjoy the taste of good whiskey is a night when I will truly consider myself damned. Well, Amanda, I believe you wanted me here for a good reason. Let's hear it. You're about to tell him what brought you here when the doors to the bar open and Sophie walks in, all splendor and charisma. The patron's eyes are now glued to her, and so are the bartender's. Torque isn't happy with the sight. Well, this isn't what we agreed on, Amanda. Care to explain? Things got complicated. We had to improvise. A pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I believe Amanda already told you why I'm here. Yeah, he has good power. Either he's a thin blood, which I really don't think he is, or he's got the eat food merit, yeah. If he's a thin blood, he's a pretty old one for it. Not in any detail, and the circumstances of our meeting were supposed to be different. So, Miss Langley, tell me why I shouldn't ask you to leave and kick out your protege while I'm at it. You will like what I have to say. Yeah, I heard that line 100 times, but 99 of those ended with somebody getting hurt, and that's not something I'm in the mood for tonight. We are wasting time. There is a unique opportunity we should take advantage of, and we only have an hour or so to discuss it before it will be time to act. My driver is waiting outside. Wait a goddamn minute. First of all, I'm not going anywhere without Mia. That was a deal. Second is Amanda who was supposed to do the driving, not your servant. Both serve me, so really it's of little difference. The circumstances changed and we had to adapt. Oh wait, I went British there for a second. Don't be stubborn. Foolishness does not suit you. I have a secure spot in mind where we can talk. I'll stop you right there. Torque is seething, but he's keeping a lid in his anger. His voice barely changes. Okay, I'm gonna just go on a limb here and say that this was all a setup done by Sophie to get Torque out of the way. This is a setup. I'm 100% sure this is a setup, and I'm a freaking patsy in it. My conditions were clear. The way I hear it, you want to break each one of them. I see no reason at all to agree to any of this. I believe I will be staying put tonight. You have places to be, yes? Torque, you're throwing away the only chance you have to challenging Callahan. Don't be a fool. The lid comes off. Call me a fool one more time, woman, and that's not the only thing I'm going to be throwing. Sophie, Torque's right. This does sound like a setup. I wouldn't trust you either in this situation. You dare? She slaps you, fast, hard. Sound reverberates in the mostly empty bar. Torque smiles. See, Amanda, that's a cam in a nutshell. You obey them to the letter and they put you in your place. It's Sophie who's seething now. I don't have any more time for this charade. Fine, stay here, both of you, if that's what you want to do. What was I thinking risking my... No, wait. What was I thinking risking my reputation for you, Amanda? Shots break through the front window and the flashbang goes off in the room, changing the bar into a space of white light and ringing noises. You feel somebody tugging on your back and are thrown behind the bar. More shots ring out, bottles breaking, like a car, get it? The TV shattering into pieces, the wooden bar splintering. Your sight comes back, but you think you've gone deaf, because suddenly the room is silent. You see Torque beside you and Marty, the bartender, bleeding out on the floor. You look over at the bar. Sophie is standing there, her dress partially tattered, a visible hole in her leg. She is like the heart of a supernova, entrancing, unavoidable, beautiful, and terrifying. In front of her, 8 operatives, looking like a private military force, just standing there, paralyzed by Sophie's magnificence. Torque, you still there? Yeah. Would you kindly show your guests some hospitality? Sure thing. The Anarch is gone, in a blink of an eye, and he reappears next to one of the soldiers. The armor-clad operative's head disappears in a puff of blood and bone. Holy shit. The same thing happens to the second, the third. You hear the radios go off on the other soldier's shoulders, a panicked voice pleading them to wake up. The fourth head pops, the fifth. They finally realize what's happening, but it's too late. The sixth man is beheaded, but what you now see is Torque's bare-fisted punch. He's punching their heads clean off? Holy shit. Torque stops by the seventh man, rips something off his neck, and bites down. Sophie walks over to the last man and has him kneel in front of her before biting as well. On your right, a man in full-body armor emerges from the back door, raising his assault rifle. What the fuck? I'm gonna shield Torque and Sophie. It's not smart, but it's what your instincts tell you to do. You jump in front of the soldier just as he pulls the trigger. Bullets sink into your body, ripping and tearing your flesh, each projectile a microbomb exploding inside you. A combat knife crashes through the soldier's visor and into his skull. You turn around. Torque is grinning. He mouths something under his breath. Langley? Langley. Sophie wipes her mouth with blood and looks at him. That meeting is still on Adam? Yes. I'll take it. Splendid. Torque walks behind the bar and checks on the bartender. You see the Anarch open his wrist and feed blood to the wounded man. Drink up, Marty. It'll make you feel better. Get the hell out of here and wait for Mia. She's coming and she'll know what to do. Torque? Yeah, going. Take the back door, Amanda. Come on. You slink back into an alley behind the bar, leaving 10 bodies and one grievously wounded ghoul behind. Nobody stops you from circling around the block and finding your way to Sophie's car. Gregory drives away, casually, as if this was just another late-night drive. Whew, cat hair coming up in my face. And not the crowning of a desperate, complicated evening. Well, we just literally killed 9 Second Inquisition troopers. That's totally not going to end badly. Sophie brings you all to a luxurious apartment in Manhattan's Upper West Side. The way she explains it, the vampire who owned it left the city a few years ago and gave away spare keys to a handful of few trusted compatriots. It's been used sporadically since. Yeah, I didn't get to drink anything. That sucks. Fancy. You like it? It always felt too modern for my tastes, but what's important is that it's secure. As long as nobody followed your car here, or the fledgling. Trouble follows this one wherever they go. Yeah, that was pretty intense, alright. Sorry for that. I'm really coming down with something, and I was feeling perfectly fine before I started streaming. That's weird. Even if that's the case, we have a very little time to conduct our business here anyway, and we'll be leaving soon, I hope. So let's begin. You look to Sophie excited. Finally, you will learn what it is that you've been working towards for more than a week, and what it is that Kaiser wanted you to participate in. I have it on good authority that Boss Callahan is blood-bound to the Prince Panhard. Torque sucks air in loudly. That's an accusation and a half there, Langley. Got proof? No, but we're just a boat ride away from getting it. What is that supposed to mean? Amanda, the address that I procured from Kaiser was the meeting spot for Panhards and the Baron's regular sharing of blood and other bodily fluids, if the rumors are true. Every time? Wait, Kaiser knew about this? Is there anything that insufferable clump of dead skin doesn't know in this city? He knows things, but only shares them if it pays. And neither the prince nor Callahan can touch him. He's too useful. Yeah, wow. Wow, indeed. Aren't you afraid Kaiser will betray you? Aren't you afraid this is some kind of trap? Maybe they know we'll be coming because Kaiser told them. I have considered that this might be the case. If that's what happened, then it is already done. This was an ever-present risk, but it didn't stop me so far, and nor will it now. I don't like that he's involved. But then again, I've been in the city long enough to know he's usually involved in some way. What was the address he gave you? They meet regularly at Ellis Island. In fact, their next scheduled meeting starts in just around half an hour. Hot damn, I'm guessing you want to crash that meeting. Why? So you can see the proof for yourself, so that I can make sure too, and so that I can have an extra pair of eyes for Panhard to consider when I present her my ultimatum. The prince must abandon her seat and leave New York City. She can go wherever she pleases, but if she stays, the entire court will know, and the next prince might not look favorably on her past. Dealing with anarchs, especially so closely, is a punishable offense in the Camarilla. I'm sure you've heard. Is it really? Oh, well, that's new to me. Torque strokes his beard and looks intently at Sophie. What exactly are you trying to accomplish here? You remove Panhard, and even say I remove Callahan. Then what? Torque, did you ever wonder why Callahan is keeping you on the check? Because I wondered why the prince condemns Anarch during her visits in Elysium, but doesn't allow the Ivory Tower to challenge you. She or they have engineered this status quo not for the good of their sex, but for their private gains. Grains, you know, things you make bread out of. They keep us all in line because it lets them hold on to power that much longer. And your goal is what? Make this Cold War turns hot? Not a great plan. You cammies will get your butts kicked out of New York City in no time. If you anarchs manage to organize, which I doubt you will, at any rate, it's a risk I am willing to take. I don't stand alone in this. This entire operation has been years in the making. I am offering you a chance to square things with Callahan, talk, and level the playing field. We get rid of these two when we start from equal footing for the next stage of this dance macabre. Dance macabre. I don't know how to pronounce that. Why am I here listening to this? I understand you needed me to set this meeting up, but why am I listening to all this? It's a precaution. In a way, it's a shame that this Mia you told me of did not make it in time to listen to this too. I can still call her, but it'll probably be an hour before she gets here. Oh, we can't wait that long. You will have to suffice, Amanda. I'm risking the prince's or even Callahan's wrath. While I don't think they will dare to lay a finger on me, another set of eyes to watch over the meeting can't hurt. And I did promise I would explain everything in time, haven't I? You know, all those years spent in Callahan's shadow and taking part in all the Kindred dick measuring contests should make me expect a ruse. Just a ploy to kill me in some out-of-the-way place. That's all inherent paranoia talking, though. My gut tells me it's time to get this show started. I do hope you have a boat nearby, Langley. Sophie smiles mischievously. Oh, of course I do. It's waiting for us by the pier. Lead the way, then. Moonlight's burning. They've taken that from LA by Night. It's gotta be taken from LA by Night. The three of you leave the apartment and walk towards the pier. Nobody seems to be following you, and you get on a small patrol boat and double time it through the Hudson's cold, dark waters. Out of all the places in New York City where the prince and the baron could be meeting, it's Ellis Island, a landmark with dark past. A museum on one hand, a dilapidating piece of history on the other. You leave the boat and make your way to the southern part of the island, paying no heed to the renovated tourist attractions on the northern side. You expected some resistance, a night guard, a helicopter flying overhead, or a New York Police Department patrol boat. Nothing. The island seems completely deserted. It's clear this sets Sophie on edge. She's moving as quietly and subtly as ever, but you can see she's eager to reach the particular house her intel pointed out. Torque is following suit, grimly determined, flashing his piercing gaze all around, still clearly uncertain that this isn't some kind of scheme. Finally, you see it, light coming from a window in one of the buildings on the edge of the island. The three of you slowly creep near the building and take a look inside the window. There it is, Callahan kneeling in front of the prince, sucking on Panhar's wrist. Both fully clothed, a small blessing. Torque makes his move, and before Sophie can stop him, he's bust through the building's door. It happens very quickly. Torque grabs Callahan by the shoulder and throws him through the still open door. Callahan hits the ground hard. Torque appears on top of him and starts punching. "You fucker, you piece of shit! Stop!" The prince's voice takes hold for just long enough to have Torque relent, which the Baron uses to the fullest, kicking Torque off and taking advantage of the situation by trying to bite in. "Prince, call off your lap..." Oh, sorry, wrong voice. "Prince, call off your lapdog. Langley, what is the meaning of this?" The two anarchs break apart, both wounded, but none of them quite done yet. They look at one another with pure hatred. "Kill this bitch, Helen, but leave the fledgling to me. Right after I deal with this shit stain, of course, I'm gonna..." A shrill, unpleasant laughter fills the air. You know who it belongs to. Oh, this guy. Wait. So entertaining. No, wait, what was this guy? Truly. No. Truly, it feels almost a shame to break up this spectacle, but alas. Thomas? Who the fuck is this joker? Ah, yes, I don't think we met, though I did hear a lot about you, Mr. Torque. My name is Thomas Arturo, and I... Callahan uses this moment of uncertainty. What is going on? Yeah, the writers may have been a little bit horny writing this. I am so confused right now. He's still too slow for Torque, but throws the boss onto the lawn and the two exchange blows again. Ahem. Helen, if you'd be so kind and ask your friend to not hurt our guest too much. Oh, he had a very nasal voice. Ahem, Helen, if you'd be so kind and ask your friend to not hurt our guests too much. Callahan, don't kill him. This time Callahan comes on top and grabs Torque in an iron hold. Your companion struggles, but can't quite break away. No, Victor, no. Hey everyone, it's Victor. He's here again. He's at it, the mad lad. At least he's not lying on my keyboard. I will not be denied. Helen, not this time. You will do as I command. And she will... and she will... No. And she will do as I command her, Douglas, old boy. What? Like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I feel like I need to break up this little spectacle. It's been going on for much too long. You think you're so smart, Langley, you and your clique. Figured out that there was something fishy going on all of your own, but you were always working with just a piece of the puzzle. Wasn't she, Amanda? What did I do? What are you talking about, Arturo? What am I talking about, you ask? You fledgling, you don't know? How could you? Only I knew, and your sire, of course. They're the one who agreed to embracing you after some negotiation. You hear a scream and a curse. It's Callahan, whose arm has been nearly ripped off his body. Sorry. Torque breaks out of the Baron's grasp, but doesn't continue the attack. Victor, you first getting in my... Instead, he's at the edge of the water in the blink of an eye and disappears into the Hudson. The only trace left of him is his fedora hat. Another actor going off script at the very end, eh? No matter. Let's bring us some amusement now that the production is almost wrapped up. He'll reach his allies. He'll tell everyone of this. Helen, even if we naively assume his nights aren't numbered now that he's in the SI's sight, the show must go on one way or another. Want her to encourage leaks and speculations. Sophie looks at you. How could you, Amanda? I saved you. Arturo chortles to himself. Langley, what happened to your self-esteem? You can't really think a simple neonate has outplayed you. Or maybe this oblivious act is your way of groveling for mercy. Thomas, what? You thought that being an expert chess player would always be enough. You never realized that people at the top simply flip the chessboard over and punch you in the face whenever they don't like how the game is going. I'm very confused. He motions to the remaining kindred. But the thing is, you weren't even adept at playing the game you knew, Amanda. Amanda? Just another pawn, placed on the board by my associate. You thought they were your piece since you took them in, but who gave you that idea? You returned to the night when you were judged by Prince Panhard, the woman in red, Sophie, somebody speaking to her, a man in glasses, the man standing before you now. This is cruel. We know what's going to happen. If only somebody spoke up for the poor child, they could be a useful tool for the Camarilla. Terror creeps onto Sophie's face. Of course, those are not the words you heard, were they? No, you were already grasping for some opportunity to further your schemes. I put the bait out, and you took it, hook, line, and sinker. After that, it was a matter of time before you started using Amanda as your errand girl. Nobody is quite as easy to track and monitor as a naive fledgling who's just learning the ropes. What is it you want? No, God, jumping around here. What is it you... What is it you want, Thomas? What do I want? Oh boy, the answer is so simple, but so hard to put into words. Unstable stability. Cutting-edge tales of thrills and intrigue that push you to the limit, and then return you to the tried and tested status quo, gently, infallible. A system full of distracting moving parts which stimulate conflict so convincingly that the user never feel a need to direct their energy towards upsetting the system. Achieving the eternal through the disposable, building a city that's like a ship of Theseus, constantly changing its part, yet always maintaining the same purpose, serving the same goal at all times. A large-scale... I hate this guy's voice. A large-scale infrastructure that has something like an exhaust system for the spirit, something that disperses the toxicity around instead of concentrating it in a single place. None of what you're none of what you're... Jumping from that voice to Sophie's voice is very difficult. None of what you're saying is making the slightest bit of sense. Arturo is momentarily stopped in his tracks. He stares into the ceiling for a few seconds before a sad grin appears on his face. Spoken like somebody who's never really had what it takes to make it in the big leagues. With a theatrical snap of fingers, he gives his last sentence a sense of finality. Something's changed in the air. You could swear you saw a shadow move behind Sophie. Goodbye, Sophie. A person appears behind Sophie. You can't believe your eyes. It's Adelaide Davis, holding garden shears in her hand. I'm going to warn Sophie. No, I'm going to command Adelaide to stop. Adelaide Davis. Would I have any kind of influence over that? Her. Adelaide, stop. You hear the shears click. Sophie's red hair conceals her face as her head falls, separate from the shoulders. Silence. Arturo's unpleasant laughter erupts right next to you. Oh, Amanda, your career is moving at a breakneck pace. Yeah, I know I gave him that voice, but now I very much regret it. Moving up and down, let me congratulate you on your promotion. Are you going to kill me too? That was the plan at some point, but I've had the change of heart since then. Helen, feel free to leave us and take the Baron with you. Thomas, I don't think you should... Shush, you're just being jealous. Adelaide, escort the prince and dear old Douglas, please. Sure thing, darling. Oh, God, it's her. It's my stalker. You are left alone next to Sophie's body. Everything is just coming up... I have done so bad. I've done so poorly. You are left alone next to Sophie's body. You try not to look, but it's hard to ignore her lithe frame decomposing in front of your eyes. Congratulations, you've won this little game. Set out on a suicide mission and successfully brought down the power-hungry wannabe tyrant, even if it probably wasn't the way you imagined it. Her red dress is like a cloth thrown over a mummified corpse.
Now you're free to enjoy paradise again. Life after death, immortality, eternal youth. What they don't tell you is, of course, living in paradise is inherently sinful when not everyone can partake. But you have a time to learn how to live with sin, don't you? He takes a melancholic look at the city skyline surrounding him, the Statue of Liberty and the lights of Manhattan shimmering in the distance. You know, New York taught me to believe in fate. My own life began right here, and it began with utter despair. My first instinct was to drown myself in books and keep reading and reading until literature gave me the piece of wisdom I needed to go on. Personally, I find reading a rather silly hobby in retrospect. I always had this minuscule hope that this next sentence I'd read could finally bring me salvation, but it never did. It only gave me fuel for this elevated, righteous, intellectual suffering. But the more I read, the easier it was for me to boil down every paragraph to a power relationship. The characters' influence over each other, the writer trying to impress the reader, etc. Put in some horniness every now and then, and voila, you got a game. And yes, that's how you pronounce voila, not voila. The string everyone pulls started to look like strands that weave into the fabric of fate, and once I saw its beauty, I got teary-eyed. My architect instinct kicked into overdrive. I didn't have to submit to fate. All I had to do was cooperate with it and wait for my time to shine, give it my input wherever needed until it trusted me to do more.
This guy really loves the sound of his own voice, because he's just blabbing on and on and on. Thomas steps over what's left of Sophie, wiping his glasses with an elegant cloth from his pocket. Oh, vampire mom, I failed you.
And it did. Fate let me look after this city, and with my architect's tools, I started quietly shaping the streets and corridors, while Kaiser and his ilk shaped the information flow.
Yeah, this guy belongs in I Am Very Smart on Reddit, for sure. He is monologuing, and I couldn't care less about this guy. I don't even remember, like, was this the guy outside the church?
And among many tools this process gave me, one of them was a way to reliably come up with useful agents like you. The methods I used were crude at times, but the route was there. All you had to do was follow it. Some people write rulebook passages, the others plan city arteries. In the end, the effect is the same. Someone always follows.
He puts on the glasses and gives you a long, hard look. Finally shutting up. Here we go again.
You know, I have grown fond of you. You did so well, even when that idiot Callahan tipped the Inquisition off, you still got out. I like that kind of resourcefulness. I could use that kind of resourcefulness.
He uncovers his wrist.
So, take my blood, just enough so we can start off on the right foot, as a sign of good fate. A sign that you're ready to play and the big leagues, ready to behold the sights I've prepared for you. What do you say, Amanda?
And I don't get a choice, obviously. Okay. Yeah, well, oh yeah, it was. Okay. That was a... Oh yeah, I met him at Elysium, that's right. Ugh. I don't want to work for that guy, but I don't want to die, so I would probably drink his blood. Once is fine. That just means you care a little bit more about him. You care enough to kill him next time. So what clan was he? Ventru? La Sombra? Oh my god, is he La Sombra? I think he's La Sombra, isn't he? This is taking place after... Yeah, he's got to be La Sombra. Yeah, that was a weird end. Oh, just an Achille. Woo! Mark Hagen, of course. Another Rose to be a square again. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, it sounds like sequel bait. Or DLC. The way the game will end, bearing you dying before it. It's very jihad and all, but it's not the best story for visual novels. Yeah, wow. This... Is there no way to save Sophie? You can spoil it for me, because I want to know. Because if I can't save Sophie, I am done with this game. That's not a ripoff, though. It's a... I've been playing it for like 10 hours. Oh, he's a Toreador? Oh my god, freaking Toreadors. Alright, so... we still got a little bit of time. We got about 35 minutes, so we can get started on the Bloodlines. Huh. Okay, this turned out to be... Oh, I just ended the game there. Hopefully that's not going to crash everything. I am going to... Can I change the game now? Can I change the game midstream? Bloodlines. There we go. Boop. Okay, so now we're currently going to be playing Bloodlines. Let's see here. A freaking Toreador killing another Toreador. Gotta hate it. Okay, I'm just going to start Bloodlines. I don't even want her. She is quick, right? I mean, that's... I thought it was okay. I thought the game was fine, honestly. And it's yeah, it's obviously blatant sequel baiting, but I mean, I have a few theories about this game. One of them is that, let me see if I can get Bloodlines up here. Is it working? Come on, Bloodlines. Yeah, it's working. Excellent. So my theory is that they probably were on a bit of a rushed schedule. They probably had to rush it even more because Bloodlines 2 got delayed. So the art is amazing for the game. I like the characters. I like the writing, even if it is very horny. I'm just going to go out there and say that. It's a very horny game. I'm going to move myself. Ooh, the screen is shaking. I'm going to move myself down to this corner down here. And... doop. Hello. But it was okay. Let's go with Bloodlines. It was more than okay. For a visual novel, I thought it was a pretty good game, honestly. Whoop. Yeah, we're gonna go with Malkavian. I have not played this game for over 10 years. Oh yeah, I had a little vote on my had a little vote on my Twitter. This is gonna be Bloodlines 1. I've never played Malkavian, and it's been 10 years since I last finished the game. It was very horny, a very horny game. Sorry for them slurping. Okay. We're going to answer a series of questions. No, we're going to go straight to the character sheet. Let's see here. Malkavian. And we're going to go with female, because apparently that's one of the most popular choices. Her dress is very, 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 very low cut, and it's a skirt. I know, sorry, I got the word wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna probably go back to the game again soon. Ex-gymnast stripper. Women's prison guard, Long and Littlefoot. Yeah, it's gonna be released later next year. Complete batshit. What do you guys think? Can't reach my dodge above 3. That's not good. I think this is the patch version. Yeah, I think this is the fan patch. Def. Cult Nut. You get a bonus to scholarship and earning experience, but others find it disdainful and their reaction towards you is lowered. That's not cool. Ninja. Yay! Firearms can never be raised above 0, as guns are anathema to your code of the silent killer. Ducks too. Ducks are anathema too. Guys, let's be a fucking ninja. Bagingi. Oh my god. Yeah, I was playing as a Bruja a while back, and I named it Bagingi. So I think we're gonna go with Regrets. It's gonna be this character's name, and she's a ninja. Cause hell yeah, I'm not gonna be using guns. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I read what they do. Ooh. Oh, do you guys want me to go back to what they were doing? Let's see here. No points in physical. Social. Manipulation. You know, vampire ninja. Okay. Haggle feat. I don't care too much about haggle, to be honest. Persuasion, though. Charisma. Let's go with charisma. We're gonna go with wits and ranged combat doesn't matter at all. Inspection, I guess, matters. You can level that up on its own. Intelligence, here we go. Dodge, we're ninja, so obviously we're gonna put that in there. Or maybe not. Let's subterfuge. Seduction, nice. Ninjas are good at seducting, I guess. How about melee? Yeah, haggle is not very useful. Security, stealth, obviously we're ninja. And let's see here. Hacking and scholarship. We're gonna go with that. Charisma is better, yeah. And let's go. That's 1 point to wits and 1 point to perception. Wits improved hacking. Hell yeah. Dementation. Obfuscate. Let's go with Auspex. No, let's go with Dementation. It's going to mess people up. And we're called Regret. Here we go. We are not skipping the intro. I don't think usually that gives you a choice in the... Is it going to give me a choice for that? It is not going to give me a choice for that. Perfect.
I want to show you something.
We're going to be playing about 30 minutes, but then oh, my, this is weird looking. Then I got to kind of go because I'm getting sick, but we're going to do the opening for this anyway. It's 3:45 in the morning. I've seen red lines go up their neck in a few of Huddy's videos. I don't know if that's like a thing. Oh yeah, this game is horny too. Vampires are horny. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Oh, it's my sire. Ow! Right in the... Yeah, ouch. Ouch, that hurt.
Good evening. My fellow Kindred. My apologies for disrupting any business.
I love the
interfering
walk
with
cycles
prior
in this game.
engagements you may have had this evening.
They're like...
It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society,
I'm a Malkavian. What are you gonna do?
have been broken. As prince, I am within my rights.
Oh, it's
grant or deny
Velvet
the keeper
Velour
of this
and
city
oh, there's the
privilege
bald
of
guy. I
silence.
forgot his name.
Many of you have come to me seeking
Toreador.
permission, and I have endorsed
Jason
some
Carl
of
is a
these
great
requests.
that guy, by the way.
However, the accused
Malkavian.
that sits before you
Yeah,
tonight
true.
was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught
Keep in mind,
shortly
Julius,
after
I
the
have not
embrace
played
of
this game in a long
child.
time, but I think it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be
Pains me to
fine.
announce the sentence, as up to tonight I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know,
Yeah, why would they
penalty for this
can't have sex
transgression
as a reward for high humanity?
is
That's a
death.
good question. They're
know
horny.
that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all.
LaCroix, what a puppet. Muppet,
Let tonight's
actually. It's a
proceedings
good word
serve
to
as
describe
a
him.
reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society.
I like the random
Lest
flicker
we
of
endanger all
cloth
our
physics happening as they're talking. Like,
Forgive me. Let the penalty commence.
my sire. My one night stand. Sorry about that. Oh, that's Nines. Rodriguez, right?
Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most
Okay,
child
he
are
screamed
doomed to
while
walk the
while
earth,
dead.
never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that
This is bullshit!
Yeah, Nines, you tell him. I'm not gonna skip the tutorial, no worries.
if Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish, I have decided to let this kindred live.
Oh, that's bullshit.
They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind, and be granted the same rights.
God,
Let no one say
I remember when this
unsympathetic
game
to
came
the
out.
plights and
It
causes
was
of this community. I
2004
thank you all for attending these proceedings. And I hope
or
their
5.
significance is not
2004 or 5 this game came
lost.
out.
Good evening.
I was mind blown. I think that was around the only time I ever actually finished a game. I think I might have finished it one more time after that, but fairly close. Like it was 21 or 22, so like at least 10 years ago. It's very, very dark. Should I try to raise the gamma? Can I raise the gamma at mid?
Tragic. My
Oh, yeah, okay, options. Visual. Gamma. Let's go like that. There we go. Continue. La Sombra.
But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive. When someone,
Yeah,
anyone
it would be
breaks
nice to be
these laws,
caitiff.
they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society.
Look at that freaking walk cycle. I love it.
Understand
It's
my
so jerky.
Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So,
When you become a
what I'm
vampire, you
offering
have
is
to
not
your
generosity,
upper body is completely
but the
separate from your
opportunity
lower body.
to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica.
That's a huge
There, you will
door.
meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide
I love
the
nines.
details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
Good evening. That's a huge door right behind him, by the way. Huge door. Okay. Wait, where did the vampire go? There we go. Okay, yeah, move around.
Can't see. Where have my eyes gone to?
Okay. What eyes? Whose eyes? Oh, this guy.
What a scene, man. Woo-wee. Then they just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, kiddo, it's probably a lot for you to take in, so, why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
This guy shows up in Becca's Jihad Diary, by the way. The reign of ages plots again to wash away revelation.
What? Oh, man. And you're a goddamn Malkavian, too. Wow. You really are fucked.
I take offense at that. Who is this dark demon I see before me?
I'm Jack. What's important is I'm offering help. You
Yeah.
make it back from Santa Monica
Yeah,
with your
there's
eyes
pretty
open
intense
like
jiggle
this.
physics going on there.
Till then, I got about this much time. You in or out?
I shall undertake your dark tutelage.
All right. Why don't we step out?
Who's
back
crying? I am where I am, and that's not in the theater of death.
here? Christ, it's stuffy in there, huh? This is much better. Now, we ain't got much time.
What?
but I
Who-
figure
who said
somebody
that?
should fill you in on the
Who
bare
said that?
bones Stuff at least, you know. Could save your hide. You look wobbly.
Who said
You
die?
had a drink yet?
Wobbly as the walls of my mind.
Oh man, we're popping a cherry here. Ah, you're gonna love this. All right, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne, blood, your new fucking heroin.
I like this is the same guy who does Jake the Dog in Adventure Time and like a million other things as well, but this is always going to be Jake the Dog's voice actor for me. Sweet like a prom date.
Down around the corner there, I saw this human. Poor SOB can't find his car.
Who's crying? How do I do this dread deed?
All right. You go down there, casual like. You creep up on him. You bare those little fangs and feed. Don't worry if you weren't captain of the wrestling team or something, because it'll come so naturally you think you've done it 1,000 times already.
Will he then carry this curse in his veins?
Forget that comic book crap, kid. It don't work that way.
Who said that?
Now go for it. Be sure, though, and this is important, so listen up. Be sure not to drain them dry, okay? It might be hard to resist, but don't kill them.
I go to drain the luscious liquid. This is your blood pool. Okay, that's way more sterile than what the game was just telling me. Okay, I know this myth. Okay, question: should we do first person or third person? Let's go first person now. To feed, I just press F. Okay, got it. And he's not dead. oh yeah, it's Madness Network. Okay, I got it. Given how little trust that Activision had, yeah, no one said anything. It's just Jack there. Yeah, I mean, Troika did a really good job with this game. And keep in mind, this game was designed and released before Half-Life 2, which was supposed to be like the first... Oh, I'll shut up. I'll shut up.
That's it, kid. That's what it's all
This game came out before Half-Life 2, so they were working with an engine they had almost no understanding of. Well, they understood it, but it was very new to them. So spooky, and when do I choose the color of my cape?
blood, you're feeling all kick-ass.
Victor wants to be
feel better than
petted.
you've been
I
still
pet
living, but
Victor.
wait, it gets better. All kindred, that's our word for vampire. All
Don't raise the
kindred have a
volume.
few things in common.
Put his paw on the
Things that
volume
set them
button.
Right square above humans on the food chain.
Tell me this
Like
tale.
sharper senses, a body that can take a beating, and if you play your cards right, eternal life. That's no sure bet, but still, a chance at immortality's not a bad deal. And that's just for starters. Fringe benefits for joining the club.
My lifeline will go on forever.
Well, you can still be destroyed, but forget the books and the movies. Garlic, it's worthless. A cross, shove it right up their ass. A stake, only if it catches you in the heart, and then it just paralyzes you. Running water, that's no problem. I bathe. Occasionally. Now, a shotgun blast to the head, oh, that's trouble, boy. Fire, that's
What?
real trouble.
I'm sorry, can you
Sunlight,
repeat
well,
that?
You catch a sunrise and it's all over, kiddo. Get it?
Like a bad sunburn.
Okay, now. The fuck is this? Look, you get inside here and head upstairs. Meet up with me.
I'm going in. Okay, let's try to raise the volume. What would that even be, audio-wise? Okay, there's only one volume control. Great, this game is old. Resolution is fine. Visual is doing okay. Gameplay. Alright. Guess I can't raise the volume of other stuff. Okay, E to use stuff. Okay, makes sense. I know there's nothing in this room. Is there? Jump key to jump. Whoop. Oof, that's a very boing, janky physics, but here we go. No, Victor, I can't pet you right now. I'm playing a game. Don't slow blink at me. Ooh, your feet are blah 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 blah. E. Yes, I know you are very cute. You're a cute baby.
Come down here.
All right.
Stay away from the windows. Oh, it's a Sabat raid. Sabat? They're, Christ, I was hoping to spare you this shit till later. The Sabat, well, they're mostly mindless, bloodthirsty assholes. That's all you need to know for now, alright?
Where does this path lead?
Sabat got wind of the gathering here, so they figured they'd raise a little hell and put a little heat on the new prince.
Tell me of the Jester
No
Prince.
time for political rundown. Job one, get out of here alive. Sabat might be mindless, but they hit like a Mack truck, like raging savages. Nothing a fledgling like you wants to mess with.
If not the sword?
Shh, shh. Heads up. Back away.
I'm liking this so far, by the way. Ooh, Sabat. It's okay, Victor. Don't need to be scared. Did she just jiggle when she looked out the window? Oh my
Dumb
god.
frenzied sabbat bastards. All right, we gotta vamoose out the back quick. I'll stay and keep a watch out. You get us into the office. The door's around the corner here.
Alright, I shall invade this orifice. Another thing I did not want to say out loud on a stream. I shall invade this orifice. Okay. Blah blah, lockpicking. And we close the door behind us. Oh. Come on, Jack. Could have waited like 5 seconds for me.
Shortcut. Well, nicely done, though. Not exactly an angel in life, were you?
I knew my share of demons.
Cool. Now, if you want a lesson on how really not to act, take notes from those sabbat assholes. You're a big bad vampire. Yeah, great, congrats. Now keep it to yourself. You go roar and you beat your chest, and that's what you can expect.
Why need we hide our nature?
It's the same reason you don't let humans see you feeding. It's why the wolf doesn't want the sheep to know he's there. It's also why you don't go juggling dumpsters or outrun the 815 from Sacramento, and it's why you didn't know any of this when you woke up this morning.
My eyes are beginning to open.
Keep our secret, and you make things easier on all of us. We're living in the age of cell phone cameras. Fuck-ups ain't tolerated. Makes sense enough, right? Well, it ain't a casual thing for a fledgling like you.
My mind is beginning to cloud. Shine a light and explain.
That party back there with the guy in the suit and the Magilla gorilla? The assholes that put your sire to death? That's the Camarilla.
I did not hear what
They
that
make a
voice
tidy
said to me.
business out of enforcing vampire laws like this one.
Oh, these Camarilla are my comments.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I think some other time, maybe. I like to let people form their own opinions.
My mind's had many
All right,
opinions.
Now don't worry, because I know the area a little. And you know what? I'm glad we're in this situation, you and I. It illustrates a point. You gotta utilize your surroundings.
Paint me a
Do what you
picture.
gotta do. Theft, destruction of property, breaking and entering. These will be the least of your sins before the night's out. So
Yes,
look
hear
around
the
here.
is he
You
purring?
gotta get out the back there through that magnetically sealed door. There must be a key someplace.
I shall seek this key. Alright, up. Oops, that was not my intention. Whoop, that was not my intention to do either. Chop, chop. Okay, got it. Oh, nope. Didn't mean to do that. Safe. Chop, chop. Unlock. Quit. Oh, come on. Put away your head. Fists. How do I do that? Okay, there we go. Got it. Got it.
There we go. Now take that key card and head out the back. I'll meet you out in the alley there. I'm gonna check out things from topside.
Sorry I'm not talking that much, but I really don't want to talk over Jack right now. You can tell me if you guys want me to chat away, but I feel like you don't want me to accidentally miss part of the dialogue. Alright, okay, blah, blah, blah. We're gonna open the door. Didn't even need to get the chop shop key out. What is happening with that cable right now? Why can't I change camera angle again? Does it have to be like this? Okay. Yeah, I just punched the computer. It'll know its place. Man, he's pretty badass at kicking their asses. Sure wouldn't want someone to have the stats on him, and turns out he's not actually that badass at all. Alright, okay. How do I change the camera? Isn't Z the camera button? Toggle. Toggle view. Yeah, Z. Why isn't it? Victor, get off my keyboard. I think I know the reason why. Nope, apparently I can no longer toggle the camera. That's cool. Let's try to see if this works. Nope, camera no longer toggleable. Toggleable. Interesting. Nope. Alright.
Fucking waste of unlife, these Sabat Vatos. You get winged?
Guess I just lost the ability when I punched that
Look at them
computer.
potholes. Those will close up soon enough. Better feed, though. There's someone down the stairs here. It's not the freshest catch, but he'll do.
Does blood have vintage and bouquet?
Now, when it comes to feeding, it's quality blood you're looking for, not the quantity. Bums and lowlife don't pack the same punch that a healthy, well-bred human will. Juice bags with a pedigree. That's the good stuff. But you gotta take what you can get. You ever had a PhD, kid? Ooh, that's good stuff.
I'm thirsty. The thirsty rarely avoids an oasis.
Remember what I said, though. Don't kill them. At least not the innocent ones. You're a monster now.
Didn't catch
no
that.
Mistake. One of the damned and the fallen.
Is something wrong with the reception in
you need to
these?
hold on to every last shred of humanity you have.
What if I drain him dry?
An innocent's an innocent. You kill one, even a worthless bum, even by accident, and it's gonna cost you a piece of your own humanity. Bring you closer to that beast you got welling up inside you.
Silence. Yes, the dog beast coiled beneath the surface.
It's always there. Waiting to take over.
The robes of the
When it
Reaper?
does, it's like a wild animal wearing your skin. Desperate, scared, reckless. They'll do anything to survive, and it's you that has to deal with the consequences.
What if a normal human tries to harm me?
I said innocent humans. If some asshole levels a 12 gauge your way, you drain him, skin him, and bash in his skull. Self-preservation is a vital part of humanity, after all.
Stop
My
begging for
favorite
pets,
part,
Victor. To you too. Brain, skin, bash and dash.
The only way to fight the beast is to keep...
Such lines divide this world from the last.
All right, now go feed. Careful. He's gonna drain fast.
Hotel Foxtrot.
Cranberry sauce and foxtrot. Interesting. Nope, I cannot shift to the other camera view. That's interesting. Is it down this alley? Nope. Okay, there we go. Do you guys mind if I restart the game so I can actually change the camera angle? Nah, I'll go. Why do you keep punching? Stop punching.
Not quite as good, huh? Eh, you can do worse. There's some rats down the way. You think I'm kidding? You can survive.
Ugh,
feeding on animals.
rats.
Stomach that
Disgusting.
kind of thing.
Ugh, his neck tastes like your breath smells.
Well, give it a try.
I need to floss the flannel from my fangs. Sorry, yeah, I'm not really being very talkative right now, but there's a lot of dialogue going on, and I kind of don't want to get in the way for that, but feed. Disgusting. Is that a wolf howl or a Sabat howl? What if I changed the button for that? Toggle view. And I change it to this one instead. Nope, that was the button for the what is that? I forgot what that's called. It's a new key. Doop. Okay, how about this? Nope, it's literally broken. Gotcha. Yeah, rat sucker.
Hey, I don't care what you do, but just so you know, polite vampire society looks down on that kind of thing.
Etiquette demands they pass the salt for my rodent feast.
Keep it down. Got someone around the way here.
Only one?
Not too much of a threat by himself, but you never know if there's more in shouting range. You're gonna have to sneak past.
How do I holster them? Where shall I sneak?
The building across from us with the garage door. There's some double doors on the far side. I'll meet you inside. Just stay low and stick to the shadows. And don't
I don't
let
even
him
have
see you.
pockets on my skirt. How am I supposed to holster them? Oh, wait. It's a game. Now you see me, and then you don't.
All right, go.
Gone. Okay. holster, holster weapon. H. All right, let's try it out. Nope. Doesn't work. Whatever. Oh wait, this guy again. This is gonna be fun. And we're in like a glove.
Keep it quiet. They're inside here. Seems that shovelhead outside just got separated from his pack. He's wounded too.
I'm a
We'll take
ninja.
care of
I
him.
will take care of it.
Don't worry. He's probably greener than you.
How can you see his shade from here?
Sabat, you see, they don't have the most rigorous training program. In fact, that poor sod is lucky if he knows he's a vampire.
My own green paint is still fairly
He's
fresh.
probably just turned and beaten over the head. They like to do that. Make shock troops, cannon fodder, put him out of his misery.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
He is a vampire, so be ready.
Vampire or not, he meets his maker.
Go get him.
Getting. Yeah, holsters H, but somehow it doesn't work either, so. Hey! Woof! Hey. There we go. Ah, he's done. Okay. Cool, we got a weapon. Sorry. How do I... Oh, F1. Okay, there we go. And now it's first person. Okay.
That's that.
Weird.
Sounds like we got another pack moving in, though. The Sabat are going all out. Better head underground. Avoid stray bullets.
This plan is fine with
All
me.
right, head down into the basement through the grate in there. Keep that tire iron handy. I'll be there in a minute.
Yep. Oh, hello.
Stop!
Keep your distance. This must be... This... I think this is a patched-in thing.
You! Just stay back. Keep your distance.
Yeah, there's something with the audio that's being weird.
Now, who the hell are you? You involved in all this? Because I'm gonna radio this in, and SWAT will be all over this
Did
place.
someone with a really bad microphone record this, or... Flee! Flee from the terror! Show me the path!
Yeah, okay. Alright. This way. This will lead us up to the warehouse. We can maybe sneak out that way.
Follow me not if you want to live. Okay. Let's sneak up to this guy and... Oh, what? How? I was crouching. And... Oh. There we go. Break his neck. Oh,
Not sure
hello.
What's going on? Sounds like the Sabat's getting scattered. I'm gonna keep an ear to the ground. Be careful going forward here. Could be a whole mess of them holed up.
More fun then. Okay, I got disciplines. Blood buff. Is that what they want me to... Oh, to lockpick, right? Okay, blood buff it is. And Auspex, temptation, Auspex, use Auspex to see his aura. Equip the type. So I'm just gonna use it to see his aura. Okay. I don't really see his aura though. Oh, wait, I guess I do. Ninja. Well, I did the ninja way. Drop a key or something? Oh, there we go.
I think they're clearing out. There's no need to go stirring up the hornet's nest till we know the score, though. Head through here. Come to an elevator around the way.
You got it, buddy. Till our next encounter at the
Stay
elevator.
there. Don't let them catch you.
I'll do the fishing. Obfuscate. Okay, the first level I just stand still and I will be invisible. Oh, come on. Blah, blah, blah. I'm doing really poorly right now, sorry. Okay, obfuscate. Easy as pie. So as long as he doesn't see me, everything is gonna be fine. What? How? Okay. It doesn't drain blood? Okay, there we go. And now he can't see me anymore. Oh, come on! Come on, please get going. Dum 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 dum. It's just, yeah, but like, okay, I think he's frozen. That's inconvenient for me. Oh well. I don't think he noticed me though. What was that? Oh, okay, I wasn't supposed to kill him. Ow, that was weird. Oh, okay, so it runs for the whole... Okay, cool. So it just activates. Oh! I hate this. I used it. Okay, there we go. Blah, I hate sneaking in this game. Yeah, Bloodlines machine broke. Dementation is not a Masquerade violation. Mass hallucination. Here we go. Okay. You're not actually supposed to be attacking me. I'm attacking you. Go away. Oh, come on. I'm supposed to be a ninja. This is not going well. This is not going well at all. It's been a long time since I played this game. I'm just gonna say that right here, right now. Sorry for being garbage at it. Okay, I'm gonna pick up an item and I'm gonna throw it. Dum dum dum. Okay, yeah, this tutorial is a little bit frustrating. I should probably.
Man. I'm here thinking it's Sabat moving up in here. It's the fucking locals about to take one for the hood.
Do we lick these locals?
Yeah, they probably seen too much. Here, take this 38. Fucking pea shooter.
A code of honor demands that I do not wield a firearm. These kinds of peas are undoubtedly deadly.
Well, I'm gonna want it back, so don't go die and lose it. I don't use guns much. They're noisy, they're clumsy, practically useless against vampires, but still, a Kindred's got to keep up with
I am the
times.
worst ninja
And
ever.
in
Yeah, I know.
modern-day Los
I agree.
Angeles, that means coming strapped.
Firearms sound foolish and feeble.
Well, yeah, some are more lethal than others, of course. Watch out for those shotguns.
I will be
Alex.
the best
Those
ninja.
things can smart,
Nin-nin.
I tell you.
Whatever. I'll make sure to bypass any
Head up
boomsticks.
and clear out what's left of them. Can't have them running their mouths about
I mean, I'm
this.
wearing a scarf. I'm
I'm gonna
practically a
make sure
ninja
there's no
as it is, so
stragglers
I will do this deed. I will not use the gun. Ugh, I have to use the gun, don't I? Okay, that's enough of the gun. Time to use the... what is this called? The cross something? Iron thing. That's what I'm going to call it. It's an iron thing. Hey, get back, get back, get back. Oof. Alright. Can I drink from this guy? There we go. Perfect. I did it! I did it! And he dead. Any other ones? It's just the two of them? I guess it was. You can have your gun back. I don't need it.
Just like that, and it's all over. Everyone slinks back to their corners of the city for the night.
Surely this blood drama continues.
Till the next night, when the Camarilla finds some way to strike back. Parry, dodge, spin, and all that, and so on, and so on, and so on.
These are the nightly battles of this ancient game.
Well, to be honest, you came at an interesting
Crowbar.
time, let's say.
Is that a crowbar?
Camarilla
I should use my
survived.
shotgun gun.
Now, in LA, these are the new kids on the block. There's already plenty of Kindred had stakes down in California long before that. Now, we got every ancient Kindred rivalry playing out all over the city. Lot of tension out there. A lot of fear. A lot of jittery, high-strung predators clinging to their little pieces of eternity.
Hell is my eternal madness.
I think they're looking for you outside. Guess you
They're coming.
Catch. Was hoping to fill you in on a little bit more, but hell, you'll figure it all out.
Sure I will. We will now take your pea shooter back.
If you make it back, stop in at the last round. It's this bar downtown here. I'll fill you in on the politics.
Oh, I could have sold the gun, of course. I'm an idiot.
Good luck.
We will be there after we've closed our eyes during the daylight.
Alright. Okay, so as you can probably tell, I'm a little bit out of it. I'm probably getting sick, which honestly, I had no idea I was getting sick before I started the stream, so that was an unpleasant surprise. Thanks everyone for stopping by for this very brief little drop into Bloodlines. Yeah, he's Bender. Yeah, he's a great voice actor. I love him. So, we will watch some television, because I know people told me to watch television. And
A few hours ago, the ship was spotted around midnight by
and then we'll
fishermen
go,
who
because I'm
contacted the Coast
actually
Guard
not
after
feeling
their
super
attempts
great.
to hail the ship proved futile. Coast Guard officials are releasing very little information right now,
Alright.
but have identified the vessel as the Elizabeth Dane. No word as of yet as to the whereabouts of the crew, though the Coast Guard are asking any ships that had contact with the Elizabeth Dane to assist them in their search. We'll have more on this story as it breaks. A massive gelatinous creature that washed
Ew.
up on the beaches of Providence, Rhode Island, has scientists scratching their heads. Found by a jogger early on Tuesday morning who says he smelled it a mile away, the mystery creature is thought to be some form of giant octopus. Though marine biologists
Oh,
that
like
have
the,
examined the monster have commented that they have never seen anything like it
Smithy
in the
as the
cephalopod
Diluvian,
family
maybe?
before. They speculate that it could be from a yet undiscovered family of sea creatures. A massive gelatinous creature
Wait, we already
that
heard
washed up
about
on
this.
the beaches of Providence, Rhode Island, has scientists scratching their heads. Found by
All
a
right,
jogger
we'll watch TV and listen to radio later. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Sorry to cut it so short suddenly, but I'm really not top of my game right now. Thanks for hanging out with me as I finish the Coteries. Definitely going to do another playthrough of that one. Hope you guys are going to have a great holiday. I will see you later. And on Tuesday there will be a La Sombra episode coming up, and on Saturday there's going to be a little surprise. you'll hear about it, probably. Until then, see you, take care, and be careful out there, because Gehenna might soon be upon you. Bye-bye.